Hi everyone, I'm Yisk. That's
Agama.
yeah. And this is Astral Chain. It's a cool hack and slash kind of game. Sort of like, yeah, Nier Automata, Bayonetta style, made by the same developers. I'm just wondering, what name won? Because I think Male won. I don't think that's been sniped, but which name was the winner?
Mads was the winner by $10. And
Alright.
yes, Mail was the winner.
Let's put that in. There we go. Hopefully that's right. So time starts on confirm. Do you want to hit the button?
Yes.
So counting down. 3, 2, 1, go.
Brenda, where are the two new candidates now?
Yeah.
Doctor,
So this
we
is
just
Astral
received
Chain.
reports from the police of a
And
confirmed
it
gate
starts
opening in
off
Central
by
City.
waiting a bit.
All available officers have
'Cause
been
it
sent
doesn't
to
really
investigate. I
Pick up
assume
quite
the
yet.
twins
And
are no different.
time starts not when you gain control, but when
That
you
will
hit the
do.
first button.
Let's consider
So
this
the
their
first part
field
is just
test.
But
perfect.
sir,
But yeah,
we
Astral
haven't
Chain's
even
made by
briefed them
Platinum
on the
Games.
project.
Sort of like
Never
Bayonetta.
mind then.
Sort of like Kingdom Hearts.
They
I
would've
think
failed
someone's
now.
compared
We
it to
couldn't
that.
use them anyway.
And the speedrun is
Human can
pretty
only
long,
rest
as you
in
might
peace
imagine, but
based on useless formalities.
I enjoy it nonetheless. So starting off, we're on this bike here. We can do a total of 4 things. We can dodge, we can move to either side, and we can shoot. And that's about it. We can't move faster, we can't move slower, and it's just a pretty... The game starts off with an auto-scroller. That's just perfect for almost any game. So we can shoot these guys, we don't have to, but it's always fun to shoot things, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. So what's happening is that in the story of this game, you're like police, and there are some aberrations, and you need to protect civilians, and you kind of like ride a bike to a scene where a lot of aberrations are at. So you just ride the bike, shoot some dudes, you know, a normal day on the job. This is what I imagine police work be like.
Yeah, especially with all the cars standing around on the highway. Makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, I haven't been to a highway, but I imagine this is what they look like. So here comes a car. So you just like shoot that a bit. Try to dodge the Molotovs. Sometimes you get hit by those, and getting hit introduces slowdown, which, as you can imagine by the sound, is pretty slow. So you're gonna try in these motorcycle sections to get hit as little as possible. So yeah, if we like, for now, donation message, something like that, would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a $5 donation from Murtag who says, "Let's go, Yisk. If you PB this run, I'll donate $50 more. Thank you very much for the donation.
Thank you. Alright, I'll try my best to PV. So now, there's this truck section. There spawns, after the first kill, there spawns 13 enemies. Then you have to kill all of them to progress. So I was gonna try to count in my head, but I kind of lost count already. So let's just keep going until no more spawn. Oh, that's good. And there we go. It's the first proper fight of the game done. So now we just wait for this truck to do Michael Bay stuff. Yeah. Did you know this game was directed by Takahisa something else? I didn't.
Me neither.
Yeah. So tutorials are gonna pop up a lot in this game because there's no way to turn them off. So we're gonna have to just mash through those every time. So this is the first proper case of the game where you have to rescue this injured man. And cases work, and cases are basically just like, there are side quests and there are main quests. And they're called cases in this game. Blue cases are often skippable. They're usually never mandatory. And red cases are, most of the time, story cases are red cases, but not all red cases are mandatory. We're just gonna rescue this guy. Dude, watch him fly. Watch those drones. It's insane. So yeah, here, just mash the skip. Watch that helicopter crashes. It's kind of bad. So we're going to dodge into this cutscene trigger here. And then start the first fight of the game. So we're going to start by hitting with the baton 3 times and then shooting once. To reset the animation so that we don't get the finisher animation, because the finisher animation is in general pretty slow. This is how I'm going to fight for the first case at the very least, maybe the second case if I feel like it. So the baton works like it's a pretty quick attack weapon, sort of like most short swords in games. And then the gun is obviously a gun, and it shoots pretty quickly, but it doesn't do a lot of damage, which is the main problem with it. Now we're just going to shoot these flying enemies. We're going to do one combo, and then I'm going to dodge, and then do another combo. I'm going to try and not get hit as much as possible. So dodging, so the last like sort of finisher attack, if you dodge during that animation, most of the time it goes a lot faster. There we go. So you want to try and do that as much as possible during the finisher attacks of every single, like, yeah, every single attack basically. So now we're just going to be running a bit. Jump down here so you don't get the stagger that you get when you fall usually. And then here we get a fun portion of the run where we're just waiting for dialogue, because these guys, you can't kill these guys, and like, yeah, this part ends when this dialogue bit is over, which means that you could just run around in a circle and it's optimal. I'm gonna just try to optimally run in a circle. But you like running, right?
Absolutely. I also like the foreshadowing of like what's going to happen later in the run.
Yeah, there's some intense foreshadowing here. Also, fun fact. No, we'll wait with that later. Yeah, no fun facts here. Only boring facts. There we go. So now some cutscenes happen, and wow, what is this? It's a thing. Right, so that's the Legion, as they just explained. So the Legion is sort of, the entire gimmick of this game is that you have a Legion. And it's part of what makes combat a lot of fun, because you can get to micromanage the Legion. Or most of the time just mash buttons and hope for the best. So I'm trying to pick up as much of the red matter here as possible, because picking up red matter gives you money at the end of every file. And we need a lot of money for this route. Like, too much money for this route. Let's see. So this part is also timed. We have to wait for this dialogue to end, but we can kill stuff in the meantime and get chances of getting ability drops. We can get gene codes, which we can use later on to upgrade the Legion, and all that sort of good stuff. So that's why I'm still fighting. So yeah, I usually kill these many, and then these guys I try to put as low as possible and then wait until I can actually kill them. So right around, so that guy should be pretty low now. We got this guy pretty low. And now we just run around and wait for the dialogue to end and crouch a bit. Crouching in this game exists. I forget sometimes, but it does. And then right when that line ends, you can start killing. And then hopefully these guys die pretty quickly. Sometimes it takes a bit longer. Here's a boss fight. Woo. We're going to start off by binding this guy. Or not. We're going to start off by knocking him back. That's not what I intended to do. Let's just get some free damage then. So yeah, I'm going to start by binding this guy, like I wanted to do, and go to his back and do blindside damage, or at least try to. But the Legion just knocked him back instantly instead, so didn't get as much damage as I wanted to. So yeah, just going to try to kill this guy as quickly as possible. There's not really a lot you can do in the combat in this game before the end of File 2. So it's pretty straightforward for now. Just hit buttons, try to micromanage your Legion, because your Legion does a few attacks when you put him out. So trying to micromanage that is pretty useful and saves a bit of time. Also trying to get as many blindside hits as possible, which is when you hit the back of an enemy. is pretty good because that does more damage. I don't know exactly how much, but a significant portion extra. Also, that's a pretty insane jump from Akira there. Just goes, yeah, pretty high. So now for this section, we gotta dodge the cars. We don't actually have to dodge the cars, but it like slows down a bit whenever you hit it, so it's best to not do that. Let's see here. So we're just gonna wait for that truck to fall. And yeah, right there's a cutscene. We're gonna skip that. Then this, we're gonna have to wait for that thing to pop up, and then boom, another cutscene. Then another cutscene. And then the end of the file. Oh no, another cutscene. And then the end of the file. So we're just gonna clear through the file. The game's gonna be like, you wanna change difficulty? I'm gonna be like, no, because that's slower. And yeah. Now we're into the hub area of the game, which is, we're just gonna have to walk around and sort of just say hi to everyone, because it's a hub area, and we don't know anyone there, because we've just recently been like promoted. I guess kind of, yeah. We got our legions, which sort of promoted us, and that's like, yeah, about that. So this time is perfect for any donation or anything, or no, not donations, sorry, but like any message, anything like that. Perfect.
Thank you very much. I'd like to remind everybody that we are raising money for Save the Children to ensure that the most vulnerable families have the funds to give their children the right kind of food and care needed to stay healthy. Save the Children makes sure that expectant mothers and babies receive care and information before, during, and after childbirth so that babies have the best chances of surviving, growing, and developing. All of your donations will be going towards charity, and we thank you very much.
Yeah, keep donating so we can save those children, and maybe hit 16,000 this run. That would be insane. Only $30 left, I believe.
Me too, it's a great cause.
It is. So fun fact about this part, playing in male here is actually slightly faster because the dialogue takes a bit longer here, so that when you try to talk to this guy, you can't for like a small bit, just because the male character talks slower. It's pretty insane tech, playing as a different character. World Record still loses time here, and male gains about 14 seconds on female in this run, but World Record still runs on male or female because it doesn't really matter that much. So yeah, you accidentally picked the faster option. That's pretty rare. I'm gonna skip some more cutscenes. Dude, you like cutscenes?
A lot.
You like a lot of cutscenes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
Especially like unskippable cutscenes. Those are the best, usually.
Unskippable cutscenes are amazing. Let's hope there aren't any unskippable cutscenes in this game.
Yeah, we really hope for that.
Yeah. I'm just gonna talk.
Now that
These
everyone's
guys.
here.
Yep. So there is a story in this game, and it is currently progressing, but we're just gonna skip that. We're gonna go to this vendor here. I'm gonna talk to them and gonna buy 3 spicy cobras. Well, spicy cobras. Oh no, wait. I almost forgot to buy one thing. We're gonna buy also 1 sweet peach soup. So spicy cobras and sweet peach soups, they increase your damage for 1 minute whenever you use them. So for example, spicy cobra increases by 50%. Sweet peach increases also by 50%, but it also does another thing that I don't remember what it does because it's not very important. There's also an item called a fishy water, which increases it by 100% and is pretty busted. So we're going to be trying to pick up as many of those as possible during the run. And all the fighting in this game and all the consumable usage and all that sort of stuff has been pretty routed out by the world record holder and other people, which is kind of insane because there are a lot of fights in this game, even if a lot of it is also just running around. I forgot to turn my iris on there at the start. So this is an investigation sequence because, as you remember, we are police. So you have to investigate stuff to make sure that, like, oh, what happened here? Where are we supposed to go? All that sort of stuff. So we gotta, what is it? Yeah, we gotta eavesdrop on those people, and then we gotta check this hand to make sure that, okay, it's the one with giant hands. That's good to know. So yeah, go back to this guy, talk to him. Don't choose the right options, just pick the first one because it's faster for some reason. And the game just doesn't fail you because it really doesn't like to do so. It just really likes to never do anything like that. There we go, trigger that cutscene. Gonna run to the next fight.
Corruption's really bad around here. Hey, if we find that Chimera, let's take it out ourselves. That'll show Dad.
Yeah, let's take out the Chimera.
Through there if you crouch.
So skip cutscene, first fight, we're gonna menu, grab the spicy, try to dodge that, get some blindside damage in. I did not dodge that, but whatever. Yeah, try to get some blindside damage in. Call back the Legion whenever it gets hit back.
Wait, how come they can see the Chimera? The corrosion levels are super high. Is that why they can see it?
That was a good perfect dodge. See, I didn't explain dodging in this game, but whenever you dodge, it's a dodge. You get iframes. That makes sense, right? But whenever you dodge, if you dodge at the right time, you get a perfect dodge, which lets you counter. So doing that is often pretty good. Sometimes you don't want a perfect dodge because you actually want to do something like a sync attack or something, which are going to be introduced later, hopefully. So yeah, let's try to kill this guy, get as much blindside damage as possible. There we go. That was a nice black screen.
Well, we got the Chimera.
So yeah, now the game's going to be like, yeah, you want to close that gate. Turns out you don't have to close that gate. You can just walk past it and nothing happens. Just going to try again to grab some of that red matter. Going to try to jump past this trigger. I've never gotten it, but you apparently just can't straight up skip that tutorial box. Pick up some more red matter. We need a lot of it. Like, whenever there's downtime, usually just pick up some red matter. Because it gives you money, and yeah, money's good. You like money?
I mean, if it helps us go fast, then definitely.
It grabbed the civilian.
And if it helps the children even more. Ah.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Oh, you're right.
Looks like there were some stragglers. Did that Chimera do
Yeah.
this too?
Oh wow, people are getting redshifted. That's not good. So yeah, that always knocks you down, no matter what you do. So it's not like most other things where you can just dodge or whatever and it works. So here, gonna pop another spicy cobra and use the Legion to try and kill as many of these guys as possible.
Wow, the situation in the city seems to be going downhill quite fast.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty big city, I think. I don't know exactly how large it is, but it must be some size because, yeah, you fly a helicopter everywhere, so it's got to be big, right? So yeah, I'm going to chain bind these guys as soon as they spawn to try and get as much blindside damage as possible on them. Because blindside damage is fast. But yeah, also chain binding, if you didn't realize it already, it's when you encircle an enemy with your chain, because you see the Legion is sort of connected to you via a chain. So whenever you encircle the Legion with that, you can chain bind them, and that's fast. There we go, that's fight done. Gonna skip a cutscene. Keep walking a bit.
Can you hear me? I'm picking up a really strong signal near your location. Keep your guard.
Yeah, make sure to keep your guard up, because otherwise this happens. Loading screens. So yeah, fun fact about these loading screens. They go to about 20%, and then they just go to 70 instantly. I don't know if that's a byproduct of running on digital or what, but like, I'm not complaining about faster loads. So yeah, let's drink that up. Try to get some blindside damage in. Just gonna do that. Let's try to break out. There we go. dodging that attack's pretty annoying because it's pretty quick. And it also works sort of as a counter. But whenever he does this, you want to recall your Legion while waiting and then just try to chain bind him. Because if you don't, he breaks the floor. And that's obviously slow because you have to wait for him to do all that, and then you have to fall down to the next floor and all that. And it's unfortunately not too fast. That should be dead very soon. There we go. And that's Enceladus. Insane. They're gonna have to mash through that. Cutscene trigger. And here, if you do a... Let's see. Can I do a running jump? There we go. Once you do a running jump, you can start sprinting. And I don't know if that's faster than dodging, but it's pretty fast, so I usually try to go for that. Try to collect as much red matter as possible, because, once again, money. Because the money route in this is incredibly tight. Like, I've been on, while practicing here at the event, I've been on the money route like a few times only. I've never jumped off there. What I don't even know what happens if you do that.
RNG manipulation.
Yeah, or
Always.
secret RNG manip tech. I found it. So yeah, you find some civilians here. This is why you entered this place. Or like, not really, but it's why you're searching. So here's another time fight. This game really likes those. Where you're just waiting for the... You're not even waiting for dialogue at this point. You're just waiting for stuff to happen. You can keep hitting if you want to practice your dodges or just your general management.
Just a little more. Almost.
Oh no.
What is this place where we are right now?
Oh yeah, so this is the Astral Plane, which is sort of like... It's an astral plane. It's in Astral Chain. Wow. Great pun, right? But it's sort of the world where our enemies, who are the Chimera, come from, I think. The lore in this game isn't very clear many times. But yeah, this is the Astral Plane, and it usually features a lot of movement and some fighting, and it's pretty fun. Usually the fun parts of the run are in the Astral Chain, or Astral Plane. So yeah, if you were wondering, our enemies are the Chimera, and the Legion are sort of Chimera, but you've captured them. They show that in the intro cutscene, but we skipped that because it's slow. So yeah, as soon as the dialogue is finished, you can start fighting, or these guys start taking damage, and then boom, fine. Now for some reason, the game doesn't consider this a cutscene. For whatever reason. But as soon as you go here, this is a cutscene. That doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever. Alright. So now we have sync attacks, finally. They're really good and do a lot of damage, so we're going to try to use as many of those as possible. So we popped a Spicy Cobra there at the start of this. At the start of this fight to try and do more damage to these guys. So we have to fight 4 of these. We have to fight all of them twice, and then the shield around us breaks. Try to dodge that. Yeah, then the shield around us breaks, and the fight is over, apart from having to wait for a bit. I didn't dodge that. As a general rule, trying to get time your sync attack to be timed when these guys enter is really good, because then you can knock them up and they won't have time to do any attacks, but it's not super necessary, because these guys, the second phase, die really quickly just because they took a lot more damage than the game thinks they should at the first, because we have Spicy Cobra. So they took like 50% more damage. So right there, shield breaks, and now we can just run around in a circle. You like circles?
As said, the foreshadowing.
Some insane foreshadowing. Yeah.
All the circles.
So there, boom, cutscene. Now things have blown up. It happens all the time, don't worry about it. We're gonna try to chain jump. I'm really bad at chain jumping quickly, so I'm gonna take my time. There we go. Even more stuff blows up. Here, the game really likes to mess up your controls, so I'm gonna try to be a bit careful here. Run off the edge here and then just chain jump, and boom. That's that section done, and that's that file done. Crazy, right? How we can just complete a file, just like that. So fun fact, this loading screen right here loads 2 cutscenes. It's insane, right?
Yeah,
Those
very
two-
important.
Those
Very
2
important.
cutscenes better be really important. Was it 2 or 1? I don't remember.
I think it was even just 1.
Yeah, it's just 1.
Yeah.
It loads 1 cutscene. That's crazy.
And we don't even see it.
Yeah. Dude, just imagine all the work they've put into those cutscenes and then we just skip them. It's really rude of us.
And maybe that's why some of them are unskippable, because they put the most work in them.
Exactly. I never thought of it that way, but you might be right. Yeah, some more epic foreshadowing happening in the cutscenes. But as we skip them, we miss all of it. Yeah.
Sad face.
Yeah. On to file 3, which is like the first proper file because we have all our movement options now, or at least most of our movement options. Some of them are still very, very limited, but we have a lot of them. So we're gonna go to command room here. Mash start some more, which is the skip cutscene button. Try a new program. Wow, I wonder what that could be. But yeah, gonna go here. Buy some spicy cobras again, because they're good. Let's see. Go to the elevator. We can go to the training room. Running in a circle here does not speed up the elevator, sadly. So here we get introduced to the mascot of the police department, because of course they need one. Lappy, which is a dog. I'm gonna say no thanks to being like taught some tricks. I don't remember what part of it actually is. So now we got given the shortcut menu, which is really useful and lets us travel around the hub area a lot quicker, so we don't have to go to the elevator all the time. So we're gonna go try out the new training program. Oh no, I accidentally ended the training program.
Oh
Imagine
no.
that. Dude, that's so much time lost. Oh no. I'm gonna have to redo all the training. So yeah, here you're sort of forced to go around to a couple areas in the HQ. I think it's 3. Yeah. We go to 3 in the run either way. So we go to this part, which is the upgrade area, which we're gonna visit a couple times during the run. Oh wow. It scared me.
Jump
yeah.
scare.
Yeah, this game's a horror game. Did you know that?
It feels like it.
Yeah, so we're just going to buy that ability code for 0 gold for some reason. And then we're going to upgrade our X-Baton, which is the weapon, twice. First we're going to unlock the Gladius, which is... It's a big sword that does a lot of damage and is pretty slow. And then we're going to unlock the charge attack and also get some more damage on our stuff. Now they're like, you got to take a picture. And I don't like this part. There, boom, picture. Not gonna save that. Yep, it works. You can skip that cutscene for some reason. Then we're gonna go to the break room. Here's another one of these. Yeah. Taking a break, chilling out, buying some soda. So yeah, these other ones are pretty quick, that's why we choose them. So we do that. And we go to this Legatus terminal, which is like sort of a place where you can customize your Legion, but it's only cosmetic customization, so we never actually go there. But it's pretty cool in like NG Plus and stuff, where you can just make your Legion look really sick. So here we're gonna get a phone call, gonna mash through that. Then take one step and go to the garage. Because after a phone call, you can't open your menu for a certain amount of time. I don't remember exactly how much. But we have to make sure that after every single phone call that we get, we move a step before opening a menu or something like that. This is speed, right?
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Come on, word.
Yeah, more cutscenes, and now we're on to another investigation bit. Dude, you like investigating stuff?
I like all the things that we do in the speedrun.
Yeah, I love this game. It's amazing.
Great.
Let's get started. This is
Yeah, good thing I do, because I mean, I speedrun it. Yeah, now you can chain jump, which is a bit faster than just normal walking. So that's pretty useful. So yeah, we're just gonna go around, talk to these people, get some notes, try to chain jump around as much as possible. Try to not break anything, because otherwise, like, the people get mad at you. I'm gonna go for the coolest skip in the run here. No. If you mash in a certain way, you can skip this entire text box, and nobody knows why. But it's happened a few times, and I think it's probably consistent if you're good. Oh, I'm gonna just run into that guy. Dude, see that drone? It got stuck. Wonder what happened to it.
Yeah, no clue. Not at all.
Grab it, please. Thanks. So yeah, we can do that and like grab stuff. It's used twice, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, we're just gonna go around like get some more stuff. So if you have any donations or messages, great time.
Absolutely, thank you very much. We have a $10 donation from Mod366 who says, seeing this Astral Chain run reminds me why I wanted to pick up this game. Can someone invent 36-hour days so I've got time for that? Also, thanks to ESA staff for allowing me to help out reading donations. It feels great being here. It feels even better to be able to help out. Thanks to all my colleagues and good luck Yisk on the run. And that puts us only $20 away from 16k, and that was put towards the Katana Zero hard mode psychotherapy secret boss, which Yisk, I think you might know a thing or two about.
Yeah, I heard that and said it's gonna be pretty cool. It's like the normal psychotherapy boss, but harder, which is cool because, you know, hard mode is fun, right? I don't know, a lot of speedrunners don't generally like... Please capture this guy. A lot of speedrunners don't like harder versions of things for some reason because they're slower. But hard mode is really, really, like, very different from normal mode in Katana Zero, so... The boss is also pretty different and pretty annoying to beat. So yeah, we're just gonna finish up the investigation sequence here. Gonna go over here, chain jump out, chain jump out. This is the movement option we have right now. Oh, right. So that's what happens when you break anything. You see those boxes there? If you break those, people tell you off. If you break a chair, people get mad at you. Like, someone lives in that box. You're not allowed to break it. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to that so we can then eavesdrop on them. And then they talk about some stuff. And then we just do another sequence where we just mash and take the first option. Look at how fast that is. It doesn't care. The game just doesn't care about that. I don't know why I find that really funny, but it's really funny. They're just gonna walk in here, check this thing, be like, whoa.
Is it just
Yeah, that's a thing. Can I analyze it? Yeah. Now we can actually go and follow that trail. So yeah, gonna remember here to enter here and actually buy something from this vendor, because I forgot last time and it was pretty not good. So remembering that is good strat. I gotta keep going. Here I'm gonna use the Sword Legion's sort of wear ability, I guess, where you sort of wear the Legion. And the Sword Legion can slash, because it's a Sword Legion, right? That makes a lot of sense.
It does. Amazing amount of sense.
Yeah, the thought they put into naming some of this is just insanely creative. I'm not trying to bash the game. I'm sorry. I'm gonna enter the astral plane here. Please enter. There we go. Get some stretches done. Stretch up. We got a long night ahead of us.
And
Or-
also a long night behind us already.
Yeah, we've been up for like how long? I mean, I haven't been up that long, but we've been up all night, and
Oh
yeah, that's about all we can say about that. Or all that needs to be said, rather.
I'm picking up an unusual signal
Oh.
in the area.
Please,
Be careful.
Chain
It
jump.
might be a chimera.
Thank you.
And look out for those clouds.
Oh, right. Before I forget, we can also upgrade the Legion, right? So I'm going to do that now, because it's useful. So the first thing we're going to try to get is the power charge ability, which is, as you can see, it boosts the attack power of the Legion and you, which is
Of gas.
really
They're
good.
highly toxic.
Just like Spicy Cobras. It really is just useful. So we're going to try to optimize using this as much as possible. Use that, gonna use that. Take out the Gladius. Smash him a bit. Boom, dead. You see there, whenever I kill an enemy, there's sort of a lag. There is some tech to remove that lag. I have no idea how to do that tech, but it's there, so if you're good at this game, you can usually go a bit faster. Yeah, gonna let the Sword Legion finish that guy off. Finish that guy off like that. Pop power charge. Do this right guy. Kill him. See if I can kill this guy before the shield comes up. Yeah. These small hover guys sort of put out a shield after a certain while. So trying to kill those before that shield comes out saves you a bit of time, because you don't have to look through the entire animation of breaking the shield, and then if you choose to, you can sync attack after that. You can sync attack a lot of times. So I'm gonna just jump over that. Some small movement
I wonder what
optimizing.
that is. It's not quite a chimeric signal, but it's close.
Please stand on the
Your
button. There we go.
Legion. Hey, it worked. I'm guessing you're a Legion.
Hey, it worked. Yeah, insane.
As long as you've got your Legion, you should be able to make your way through the astral plane.
Yeah, so here we're just gonna do some insane puzzling. Look at that. I hit the thing and the wall went down.
Mind equals blown.
Do you read
Dude,
me?
that's
I'm
crazy.
picking up a
Alright,
distress signal near your location.
I'm gonna go up here.
Check it out.
Pop the baton. So that's very important. And here's the first skip of the run. We're just gonna walk off the ledge, dash towards our Legion, and then do one combo. Which, if done correctly, spawns us on the other side of that barrier, and now we can progress without talking to the drone.
Nice.
Insane skip. It's one of the first skips found in this game, and it was really hype when it happened, because talking to that drone and having to do the side quests is... It takes time. And, you know, we're trying to save time in this run. So, yeah. Now onto sort of the second boss. You can see him up there. He's pretty neat. I'm going to try to kill these chimeras as fast as possible. They're not really killable quite yet, but soon enough. There we go. Transitions into the next phase. Killing these big chimera is transitions the boss into actually fighting. So I'm gonna try to do that. There we go. Get that ready. Drink some fishy water, drink some power charge. Wait for him to come down. Get a perfect dodge. Use a sync attack and shred him. Look at that damage. It's insane.
There's gates opening up all over Maison Fort.
He's already mostly dead. Yeah, look at that. He's basically dead. I can just shoot him like that.
But it's not exactly a job for one
But it
person.
doesn't really matter that he's not dead,
Get back as soon as you
because we
can.
still have to make it over this part.
Hurry.
And as I said, I'm terrible at chain jumping, so I'm going to play it safe. Wow, chain jumping is scary sometimes. There we go. He's done. Chain jump to this guy. We're just going to stand here for a bit. Yeah, now we're going to exit the astral plane. do some more loading screens. And while we're doing this, if you have a message or a donation or anything like that, go ahead.
Certainly, I'd like to remind everybody that we do have a couple of prizes available over the marathon, such as some ViewSonic XG240Rs for a minimum donation of $40 and a grand prize of an Animal Crossing Switch bundle for a minimum donation of $75, which I believe is cumulative over the entire marathon.
So we're going to kill those 3 aberrations, then we're going to go into the menu and learn another skill. We're going to get defense up. And then we're getting Round Sword. And Round Sword is also pretty good. Not quite as busted as Power Charge, but it's still like not a bad skill. They're gonna pop another fishy water, gonna use Round Sword, and then gonna try to not use gun there and use baton instead. And just kill these guys pretty quickly. Yeah, look at that. Just straight up dead. So yeah, here. Take out Gladius. Power Charge, wait until this guy spawns. I could have probably positioned on the blind side of him, but not doing that's completely fine. Just loses a tiny amount of time. They're gonna Power Charge again. Gonna dodge that early. That was a mistake. Just try to get a sync off. There we go, and now he's dead. Start running towards the ladder here. So if you run towards this ladder and climb it before the screen pops up, you can climb it while closing it down. And then you can get slightly further ahead while waiting for the dialogue to start. Because otherwise you can't climb the ladder until it's finished. And that's obviously faster in this case. There, we're just gonna skip all this fighting by just running past it. Some of the most insane fighting skips we do in this run. They're gonna do that. Gonna get burned by the fire. There we go. Gonna pop Round Sword. Gonna pop Spicy Cobra, and then just kill these Chimera. I'm gonna take out the gun. Gonna shoot these guys. They die quickly enough, so using a gun here is more efficient. And here, gonna take out the camera. Hell yeah. Dude, the D-pad on these Procon, the Procon is actually insane. I never miss input, I swear to God. They're gonna kill this guy with the Gladius because it's faster. I think. I don't know, I didn't route out the combat in this game, someone else did. I just think it's faster because other people do it. Which is valid.
I told you.
Yeah, you sure did.
Thank you for your opinion.
Alright. So now we're into the second astral plane section of this run, which is sort of... It's kind of shorter. It doesn't have any combat apart from the last one. Did I say the second in this run?
Yes, you did.
Because it isn't, but...
You mean in this file?
Yeah, in this file. I'm, like I said, kind of sleep deprived. But it's fine, right? Like, doesn't really matter all that much. File, run, same thing. They're gonna do some more insane puzzling.
That was crazy.
Dude, look at this insane puzzle. I'm gonna hit that. And then I'm gonna hit that. And then I'm gonna hit that. How does he do it? Just keeps on doing it. So yeah, just gonna dodge some of these guys. Just casually dodging, right? But they're not even coming at me, what? Oh, there we go. Ow. They usually just try to hit you, but I guess they didn't there.
Maybe
Can I
they
get it? Can I get it? The last one, please? Oh yeah, I've got gyro controls on because I like them. That's why you sometimes see me doing this, even if that's not really efficient. Skipping this guy as well. Jump down here. For some reason, chain jumping there is almost impossible. It's, yeah. I wish I knew why, but I don't. So we're just gonna wait for this elevator to go down. And then once we step on it, he can't step on it. They're just standing here. Crouch a bit. Oh no, I forgot to grab this red matter. No. That shouldn't matter too much. It's like... So, I don't know. I don't know how much any red matter blob gives you in cash. I just know collecting a lot of them is good, so I try to do that. But they give you a couple. So here, there's a skip here, and I'm not going to go for it because I realize that I have no idea how it works, but... Oh, I didn't get all three of them. If you get all three of these, then, like, you do the puzzle. Am I too far back? I am. Shit. So let's just do that, and there we go.
Nice one.
Insane puzzle skip. Yeah, just hop onto this block right here, because it's slightly faster than waiting for the elevator to go down. Now while this is moving, just jump forward, keep doing chain jumps. And then right here we want to go make a spicy cobra, power charge, send Legion forward, and boom. Now we're in the last fight of File 2. We're going to send the Legion forward again, chain bind, come forward, start doing baton sing. Those walls shouldn't be there, but they are, so that's probably fine. Do one baton sing, try to do another one. And there we go. That's the fight done. That's a quick kill. I'm kind of glad I got that, because it's possible to mess that up, and I would rather not do that, alright? Messing things up is slow as a rule. So yeah, this is the second Legion you get. As you can sort of see, they foreshadowed this really well by the UI here having 5 slots, so you're gonna get 5 Legions. The Arrow Legion is, spoilers, has a bow, or it's more like a crossbow, but it's the Ranged Legion. So it does ranged stuff like shoot arrows and move faster.
So that means one corps can hold 2 legions.
So wow, look at that, that's insanely quick.
I'll ask the commander about that later.
So here for some reason we can't progress until after this dialogue is finished. Once again, just
It doesn't look like you can reach her.
game
even
likes
with the
doing
chain
that
jump.
sometimes.
Maybe there's something you can
Also,
use
when
nearby.
Yisk uses the Arrow Legion, look at his controller. It sometimes kind of looks very funny, so...
It looks very funny a lot of the time.
Akira's position.
I think that's just the way I do things. So yeah, we're gonna just jump across there as soon as we hit that thing. Because that switch isn't there until, like... No, that switch isn't there until after the dialogue is finished, so we have to wait for the dialogue to finish first.
That
So we can take
seems
that-
to be a common theme in this game.
Yeah, wait for the dialogue to finish first. That's a pretty good theme. So we have use that time to pick up some red matter. Just more money is always good, and we're gonna need it very soon. We're gonna need a lot of it. But yeah, now we're just transitioning between files, so any donations, any messages, that sort of stuff.
Yep, absolutely. Swift Shadow donates $5 and says, Iddy and I are cheering you on, Yisk. Good luck with the run. I'll donate another $5 if you take a picture of Egg. It would make me very happy. Thank you very much.
Yeah, shoutouts to Swift Shadow, the world record holder of this game, for being actually really good. Like, a lot better than me. I'll try my best to take a picture of the egg. So what happened is, I think it was, yeah, no, it was Swift. He was on a pretty good pace, as he usually is. And on the egg fight in this game, which there is an egg fight, he for some reason just took a picture of it. I don't really know what happened. I think he tried to swap weapon and then just took a picture, tried to go too fast. Alright, so here, start of the thing. Buy Spicy Cobra. Try to always remember, buy Spicy Cobra. I'm gonna try to get that in my head. There we go. Go to the garage. Alright, so now we're gonna hop on the motorcycle another time. Thankfully, this isn't another motorcycle section. It is just a cutscene. And then boom, we're already there. We don't even have to ride on the highway, man. crazy.
So sad. Like, we have this crazy mechanic right at the beginning and then we don't see it.
Yeah, we don't see it like at all during this run. And the game at all.
Do you read me? The other
So here we're gonna try to do red light skip. I don't remember how to do it, but we're just gonna do an arrow combo and then
follow your map.
I forgot that when you don't call him, then that doesn't happen. So yeah, call him first and then do the arrow combo. Am I forgetting something? I probably am. You know what? That's fine. That doesn't save that much time anyway. Right? Like, I am for... Oh, it's the charge thing. I'm stupid. I keep forgetting that it's the charge thing for the Arrow Legion. But yeah. We're gonna do another investigation sequence here. Talk to this guy. Yeah, there was a woman in white here. So that's the person we're looking for. Gonna go to this vending machine because it sells spicy cover. No, we're gonna toss some cans actually. Gonna go to this vending machine and buy some fishy waters because it sells them. And then we're gonna go over here. Please, thank you. Gonna talk to this guy. He's like a big fan of this actress or something. But apparently she looks similar to this person that we're looking for, so he gets like kind of mad. Can I chain bind him, please? There we go. So we're just gonna keep talking, keep mashing buttons, trying to find stuff. So that was a red case, which shortest red case in the game maybe. It's pretty short. Alright, so have you heard about the ghostly armor going around here? Oh, I'm too busy apparently. Have you?
Not yet, but I think they will tell me about it.
Yeah, I might tell you about it soon, TM.
Ooh.
We'll see it very, very shortly. They're just gonna keep going here. Gotta lead this man to this burger place, and then he talks to us because he doesn't want to talk to the police otherwise. I don't know why. It's kind of crazy. So if you see me ever dodging after, like talking to someone, that's not for speed. That's just because the way I mash A and B at the same time, and B is dodge. So just had to listen to that funny joke there. So a lot of the time, whenever you're mashing A and B and talk to try to mash out of the talking.
It's similar when you want to skip something and you press the iris button, isn't it?
Yeah, like similar to when you try to skip a cutscene and you hit iris, because iris is that button. What is it? Plus? Yeah, and skipping cutscenes is also plus. So that's sort of why sometimes you just do this. But yeah, so dodging. We'll dodge after combat. Usually that's slower, but I don't know, mashing faster is better than going slow at, like, is it? I don't know.
Seems like flawless logic.
Yeah, I'd rather mash faster than, like, save frames on moving optimally.
You may as well try to find Jenna.
There we go.
Get a hold of her signal.
Please dodge this guy, please. There we go. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Look at my hands move. Insane gyroing. Gyroing is actually really sick. Like, thank God for this existing, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to aim. Okay, I'm gonna hop on this elevator. Run around in a circle a bit. And then comes another skip. This is the analyzer skip, because that right there is an analyzer. Please don't run off yet. I'm gonna just put our Legion over there. Jump off. Jump to it. Try to jump towards the ledge. I messed up. That's fine. So yeah, we're gonna try to skip the analyzer right there. I'll grab some of that. I'm gonna do it again. There we go. And now for another skip, which is so complicated that I'm not gonna explain it until if I get it. Did I get it? Please tell me. Can I jump up? No. Alright, I didn't get it. I got the Legion right placed, I just didn't execute it completely correctly. But yeah, you can get on top of these blocks and skip this entire section where you're like shooting this thing, shooting that thing, doing that thing. Then you're just going along here. You can get on top of these blocks. Yeah. I wish I did that, because that would have been cool and fast. So here... Oh, I was too far to the right. Oh no. Just like shoot across there, and you'll get it eventually. Dude, there she is. She's walking again. They're gonna do that. I swapped to the wrong weapon, but that's fine. Power charge, spicy cobra. Start shooting. Try to dodge as much as possible. What if I look away? I have a personal theory that looking away makes it so slowdown happens less often, but it hasn't worked out for me quite yet, so who knows? Oh no. I'm gonna have to wait for this guy. I am. Bam. Here you want to use a fishy water. That's fast. I'm gonna try to call my Legion up there, but that's not gonna work, obviously. Things never really work out. What is up with that line? What is up with this entire fight? Damn. Yeah, I'm kind of lost. I'm just gonna try to do my best here, because this fight very easily just gets really weird. That did nothing. Oh. Yeah, I've spent like 30 seconds just doing nothing here. This is great. Insane fight. Or is it right there? Alright. So yeah, you want to try to kill this guy as soon as possible, because otherwise the shield happens and that guy flies up, and that's really annoying. And now my Legion is gone, because you see that bar there? That's the goddess limiter. AKA, that's how much health your Legion has before you can't use him anymore. This fight has actually been so long that my fishy water's gone, and that has a minute-long duration, so that happens sometimes. And there we go.
I guess you had too much luck with the fights in the last Astral Plane, so that they try to like
Try to balance it out.
balance it out now.
Yeah, you might be right.
Or on the arc. You better come on back.
I better come on back, yeah. I'm just gonna stand there, enter the portal once it's there. Oh, dude. Yeah, so here's another example of loading screens going from 30% to 70%. Because that's... Look at the 30, 70. Insane UI. I don't really understand why, but... So yeah, now you're back. Look at this, everything's like blocked off and stuff.
Harmony Square. Regroup at the designated area. Repeat, all officers regroup at the designated area. I'm sending you coordinates now.
It's very important that we regroup at the designated area.
How on earth did Jenna do that?
Are those the two officers that let the woman in white just go?
Yeah, they had her at gunpoint and she just walked away and they did nothing.
Well, we'll worry
It
about
looks
that
pretty
later.
funny.
Head on over to the rendezvous point.
Alright, gonna go here, talk to these guys. Alright, this is a cutscene,
Lots of
I
people
forget.
say.
So yeah,
Did anyone tell?
more insane detective work.
Okay, now
Dude, that's crazy.
that,
It's like your intuition is so good that the first answer is always the right
The
one.
first answer is always correct. No matter what you do, it's always correct. There, now we're going to the mall, which is... If you remember what the people talked about, which you probably don't, because I don't, the mall is filled with tentacles.
HQ, we've got the first floor
So,
entrance all
yeah.
locked down.
It's kinda weird, kinda creepy, but that's
something
fine.
I've never seen before.
Hopefully.
Some kind of goop.
Yeah, it's filled with some kind of goop.
This is HQ. Roger that, Jen. Keep going.
So the Arc Mall has a
Keep your
bunch of
distance from
fights and
anything you
stuff,
don't recognize.
and it's all
It
just
could
like
be dangerous. Focus.
nicely routed out. A lot of this game is nicely routed out.
you have me caught.
Yeah. He just walks away. And now,
Maybe that's kind of a thing.
yeah, she likes walking away.
What is this?
So that's a good strat.
What the hell? Damn. Did something die in here? Like a
Yeah, there are a lot of tentacles now.
skunk?
We're just gonna keep arrow dashing everywhere because it's fast. Right? I think it's fast. I don't know. I didn't time the running in this game. Someone else did.
Also, the music is getting pretty good.
Yeah, the music is a banger. There we go. We'll do that. Swap back to Arrow Legion. And just keep jumping away. See, the game wants you to rescue those officers. You don't have to. Like a lot of things in this game, you don't have to. Try to do movement. Alright, I chain bind. That's cool. That's fine. I might do that a couple times accidentally, just like chain bind stuff, because I'm insane at this game. Dude, did you see that dodge? That was insane.
Perfect.
It's a perfect dodge. Alright, so we're just gonna go keep jumping, skip all the fighting. Like, it is fun to fight, but it's also pretty slow. We're gonna try to not do any of that. So here, before we're at the top of the stairs, we're gonna once again use power charge, use fishy water, dodge into the cutscene trigger here. We're gonna use baton for the first bit here, and he goes right into the goop. All right, that's great. That's exactly where you want him. I use round sword just for good measure. Then he goes into this cutscene thing. Once he does that, switch to Gladius. Try to chain bind him. There we go. And now he's dead. So just spam sync. He's not dead yet. Wow. Look at that health. Bind him. And youth Pokemon. Hell yeah.
3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. We're almost there. We almost got all of them. So yeah, the Arm Legion. Probably the most broken Legion in the entire game. This Legion is actually just insane in how much broken stuff we can do thanks to it. Like, if it didn't exist, this run would be a good bit longer and a good bit less fun, I'd say. Alright. So this is what the Arm Legion does. It dashes, because you can wear it as armor, and the dash is really fast. So you just fly everywhere. Like, look at that speed. It can also lift heavy stuff, because as you can see, it's pretty beefy. So here, just go through here. I'm gonna take my Legion down during this cutscene because this guy takes like ages to do stuff, and I don't want the limiter to be draining during it. This is supposed to sort of be like the tutorial on how to throw stuff. I'm just gonna chain bind this guy, or apparently just not chain bind him. You know what? That's completely fine. Set up power charge, round sword, more drinks. Oh, that was a heavy attack. So sync attacks give you sort of, I think it's called super light armor, which is you ignore most attacks, only the heavy attacks actually go through. And then there's also super heavy armor or mega heavy armor. I don't remember what it's called, but it's pretty good. Yeah, here we're just gonna drink another spicy cobra. But yeah, so most of the time I'm gonna sync attack to just tank damage and still do damage. So this fight is pretty special. We're going to be killing these tentacles in a specific order to try and make them eat the Chimera that are around all the time, to end the fight a lot earlier and a lot more consistently. This is about the... yeah, this should be good. Now we just have to wait for the Chimera to eat everything. So kill this guy. Kill this guy.
Suspect is Jenna Anderson. Whatever she's planning,
And then this should end it.
if she won't come in,
There we go.
you have my
Insane fight.
to stop her by whatever means necessary.
That was crazy.
Roger.
It is pretty cool though. They're like that the enemies kill themselves.
Yeah. That's I like the routing in that fight. It was actually just, it was made by or it was routed by a guy who doesn't even run the game. There are a lot of those people in the community that don't really run the game, but they find a lot of skips and like route the game and all that sort of stuff, and that's been really nice and just really helpful. So shout outs to those people who don't run the game necessarily, but they do other stuff. So yeah, this part is just fun. We just sit here, wait, chill out. Here, use power charge, fishy water. Then boom, another boss. This guy's pretty big. I'm gonna send Legion out, just pop around sword, dodge that. The fun fact about this fight, it's also timed. Although it's slightly less, like, it's not very forgiving in how timed it is. But you need to wait for the whole dialogue to finish before you can actually kill the boss. So if you look at his health right now, it's, I mean, yeah, it's pretty high right now. So we're gonna try to get him as low as possible. Yeah. So now, as you can see, the health doesn't drop until until the dialogue's done. And that's everything in file 4 done. Insane, right? We're already 4 files in, and it's like what? An hour and 5 minutes?
Okay.
It's crazy pace. I don't know if that's actually good pace.
I'm gonna administer.
It's like more than a third, I guess.
It is, you're right. But we got some long files coming up. So yeah, right now we're just waiting for this to finish because the game likes doing that. So messages, donations, that stuff.
Absolutely, thank you very much. Just remind everybody that we are raising money for Save the Children, and we're only $15 away from 16k. Save the Children works with adolescents, their families, and their communities to ensure that young people's particular health needs are met. So hey, let's get to 16k during Astral Chain, shall we?
Yeah, you've got at least like 2 or 3 more hours. So go ahead. I swear, if we don't hit 16k, I'll be very sad. And you don't want to see me sad. Alright, so here we're finally going to actually upgrade our stuff. This is why we've been collecting money the entire run. Just for this one, not this one upgrade, like upgrade run, but for the upgrade runs that we have. This is why. We're going to wait for this cutscene.
Brenda and the commander.
There we go. So here, these are machines, they're vending machines. They also accept selling stuff. Makes perfect sense, right? You ever just put stuff into a vending machine hoping to sell it?
Video game logic right there.
Yeah. It's crazy. Alright, is this enough? It is barely enough. Alright, sick. Alright, so we're gonna buy some sweet peach soup. I'm gonna buy some spicy cobras because they're good.
No fishy water.
No, that place doesn't sell fishy water, sadly.
Wow.
It's very unlucky, but that's why we have to route it out, like, to get fishy water in other places. Look at how tight this money route is. Look at how insane. We're gonna have 34 gold after this upgrade. That's like crazy, and I've been collecting a lot of stuff. That's how, like, insane this route actually is. Shoutouts to, like, Swift Shadow. Again, for being just insane. And also shoutouts to everyone else in the community for, you know, helping make the game be as good as it can be. So this is the... What is it? What does that say? I don't know what that says. It's a research place. And our twin sister, who got injured earlier, Akira, she's here now. It's the Aegis Research Institute. Did you know that?
I didn't know that, yes.
Why am I the only person who didn't know that? But yeah. So some insane foreshadowing here. This is not a hospital. That's all I'm gonna say about this.
Spoiler!
Spoilers, dude. There's some insane spoilers. It's almost like this is an any % run, where we finish the entire game.
What, we're gonna see the end?
So spoilers, yeah, we're gonna see the ending of this game. So you better look away. Like the entire last hour, just do that.
Floor is where the red matter specialists work.
Oh, so yeah, this part pretty slow. We're just gonna be walking at this pace for a long time. So messages, donations, all that. Now it's perfect time.
Yep, thank you very much. We have an anonymous $35 donation who says, don't be sad, this should put you over 16k, and that does indeed put us over $16,000 raised for Save the Children. Thank you all so very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Anonymous.
Thank you very much, Anonymous. I'm not sad anymore. I'm very happy. So yeah, now we just have to wait for this, like... She gives us an access card so we can actually access the areas. It's only a guest pass.
With this pass, you'll be glad.
Dude, my mashing's been insane. It's on point.
Yeah.
You don't even hear the dialogue at all.
Is in one of them right now.
It's sad that that is like the shortest part of this scene, and we're like walking behind her for ages.
Yeah. I wish this was slightly faster. You can use the what is it? You can do racing lines if you want to.
Ooh.
But it doesn't speed the game up at all because you still have to wait for her to finish moving. But we're gonna do some insane racing lines. Look at that. Wow. Speed. Going fast.
Truly stop it, not just patch it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm proud
Highly optimized racing machine right there.
To fight for humankind's
Yeah,
future.
insanely optimized. Look at that.
I'm sorry.
Look at that room. That looks like a hospital bed to me. That looks like
I didn't
the
bore you
average
too much,
hospital
did
room.
I? Here we are.
I mean, I'm not from Sweden, but if that's what a hospital looks at your place, I would be kind of afraid.
I've never been to the hospital. That's a lie, but I don't think they look like that. Yeah, we're just gonna arm dash away because arm dash movement is the fastest movement option in the game. The only problem is it drains your limiter really quickly, so we're gonna get another movement option later that's just slightly slower, so we're gonna use that a lot more. But the arm dash is really good still. Like, it's insanely good. That's how good it is. I'm really unfunny, aren't I? My comedy's the greatest. So I'm gonna go down here. Enter the subway station. Which does not sell sandwiches. Sadly.
Oh.
I don't want some Subway sandwiches though. Yeah, so she's like, whoa, you're punctual, you know what we're doing? And then we just says, yeah, and then skips a bunch of dialogue. Here we gotta wait for this guy to go. Look at that.
Nice.
So he gives us a gas mask because it's, you know, smoky here. You don't put that on
There we go.
because it's slower.
I mean, can't be that bad if it takes like 5 minutes to walk to the middle of the road.
Yeah,
to have your
exactly.
talk.
There. Now we're gotta. You remember the first file where we rescued injured people?
Kinda do.
We do that again. So I'm just gonna walk up to this wall and try to push myself with the Arm Legion to go slightly faster. Look at that insane speed tech. That's crazy. There's a couple like different techs you can use to go faster in this part. Here we're gonna go to arrow, shoot that door, which opens the switch from the other side of the wall, make his explosions.
But like, does it make any difference if you have the mask on or not? Like, do you get any damage over time or something?
No, it makes no difference. It's purely cosmetic.
Right. Thank you, game.
Has some insanely optimized gameplay. So here we're just gonna send the Legion out to try to disturb these people so they don't hit me, because if they do, that's bad. Because then, I just say that's bad, so you have to trust me, but what happens is I stop carrying this person, which loses time, because, yeah.
Because you have to pick them up, I guess.
It's pretty obvious why it loses time. So yeah, I'm not gonna try to push with the Arm Legion here, even if it might be slightly faster, because Yeah, because I don't feel like it. Some insane speed strats. Alright, so now... Gonna arm dash over here. That's not what I wanted to do, but it's fine. I'm gonna turn off the iris because it's really distracting sometimes. So we're gonna go to sword, power charge, use the spicy cobra, round sword, and then just shoot them with the gun. I'm gonna do look away strats again, see if that works this time. It doesn't seem like it because I keep getting these, like the lag every time I kill something, but it doesn't work. Yeah, I'd rather just look at my enemy actually.
What are those enemies anyways?
What?
They don't look like the other ones that we fight. Are they anything special?
No, they're just normal enemies. They just look like blobs for some reason. Alright, pick this guy up. I almost forgot you have to actually pick this guy up. Okay, here, gonna collect some cheeky red matter. Then do an insane tech here, where this guy pushes you, or like it sort of grabs the enemy. So you can use that to push yourself and walk faster. Look at that. That's crazy. Look at how fast that is. There we go, that's another cutscene. And now we have to fade to black. Load a phone call? No? Alright. Yeah, but we have to fade to black anyway. So here we gotta sell some stuff. We just got this. See, it sells for 5k. We can sell this as well. Oh, we had more than one broken earring. That's good. Optimal. Optimal selling strats.
Yeah, your menuing is fast as hell.
Dude, my menuing is truly optimal. But yeah, menuing in this game is very laggy, so I try to stay slow. Because I don't want to miss menu and buy something that I'm not supposed to. Or just cost even more time. Just gonna do some more arm dashing. Here we go. Open this part up. Open this part up. And then open this part up, and then while he's opening that, we can power charge and use spicy. And then dodge in, use round sword. And then not use gun. I keep forgetting to swap things. I should stop doing that. So here, just use baton. Baton sinks. Oh, nice. I got the skip on one of them. Some crazy stuff. So you're gonna see what that ability is. That's auto heal. That's not very good. There are abilities in this game. Purely random what ability you get.
I was hot on. You really saved my bacon back there.
Oh no, I didn't get the glitch. But yeah, abilities are like purely random. So sometimes you get like attack 25, which gives you 25% more damage and is really good. And sometimes you get auto heal, which heals you for a little tiny bit whenever you don't do anything. So yeah, we're just gonna wait for that dialogue to finish. Then we can mash through that. What just happened? Alright, I've never seen that before. I guess I mashed the cutscene too fast and the game just got confused.
Oh, your mashing is really on point right now.
My mashing is insane.
Running away again? You wanna play tag? Fine. You're it.
Yeah, here we're just gonna keep doing some sick arm dashing. And I want to make sure that my limiter doesn't go to 0 because, well, I mean, obviously that's not very optimal. So yeah, right here, I want to stop and I want to use fishy water. And then we're going to try to stun this guy. And power charge. I wasn't stunned, so I couldn't use the somersault combo, but still fine. See if I can chain bind him. There we go. That's good. And then this sync should hopefully kill him. Let's see. Yeah. Please kill. Please. He's 1 hit away. There we go. So yeah, that guy's kind of a boss. Only kind of. I don't really know if he's a... no, he's a boss. Yeah. I'd call him a boss. Yeah, now we're dragged into the astral plane by a beast. Maybe that's the Beast Legion? Question mark? Yeah.
All this foreshadowing. It's insane.
Yeah, believe it or not, it actually is.
You're still with
Yeah, so try to stay on range a bit.
You're the only
Chain bind him, go behind him, get some blindside damage in. Get one sync. I'm gonna dodge and then instantly bind him again. In an attempt to kill him before he walks away and does that. I messed it up this time, but that's fine. He should die pretty quickly anyway, yeah. So if he jumps away and he's got low HP, I can shoot him with the Arrow Legion, which does a lot of damage. And then he just teleports from there to there. But he's got two phases, one phase where he's down there, and then one phase when he's up on the blocks, and you want to try to kill him before he goes up to those blocks, because obviously that saves time. It's also the 4th Pokemon. It's going pretty quickly. Getting a lot of Pokemon.
Nice.
Yeah, but... So yeah, I kind of messed up. Oh wow, my limiter's gone. Yeah, now we're going to learn some stuff. We're going to learn the Beast Legion. Because the Beast Legion has Howl, which stuns enemies and is really good. And it's also got Power Charge, which every Legion's got. Then once we learn that, we want to keep there, go to Sword, and start learning this stuff. That's the wrong side, wait. We want to learn this side, because this side has the attack ups. Or specifically one attack up for 5%, which is insane. And also 2 ability slots. You think we got any good abilities?
No, probably not.
I like your optimism. Alright, let's see. Don't forget to assign the skills this time. Those are 3 pretty bad abilities. Alright, don't forget to assign the skills, please. I did that during a practice run where I just completely forgot to assign Howl and Power Charge, and I didn't notice until like halfway in. Because we don't actually use them this file, we use them next file. So yeah, this is the Beast Legion, and it's the movement option I'm going to be using for most of this run because it is a lot more efficient than the Arm Legion. And it is almost as fast. I think it's ever so slightly slower, but it is still pretty fast, and it's a lot nicer to the limiter. So here we're going to skip a fight by just sending our Legion up and around and onto this bridge, and boom. Insane fight skip. Gonna step in these buttons, open that up, grab the arm. Then we're gonna skip another fight by just dashing. Oh no. Alright, so I triggered that fight. That's fine. Am I up here now? Oh no. You know what? This is actually not fine. Alright, I'm gonna do the backup, which is kill these guys. That's the first time in a really long time that I've missed that skip. So that's kind of embarrassing. But yeah, if you miss that and you don't fall off and die like a dumb person, then it's usually fine. You can either do a skip that skips a barrier and saves you a soft block and it's really hard, or you can just reload the file, which saves you, which costs like 20 or 30 seconds, but since I messed up completely, we'll just kill these guys. There we go. Now the shield should be down. Yeah. So we didn't quite miss it, or skip it, but you know what? That's fine. Sometimes you don't get everything you want in life.
But I mean, you can make it up. I think there's something coming up.
There is something coming up. There's an insane skip coming up that I do not like at all. And I'll do it and then I'll explain it because it's kind of weird, I guess. So here, just gonna do this. Dig that up. Ooh, we get a battery. It's insane. So if we feed the Beast Legion something, not feed, you let it smell it, but I like thinking that you feed them it. Then they can start tracking that. So now it started tracking the battery, for example. So instead of actually going and like picking up parts, we're just gonna jump off, figure that dialogue, do one dash, and then do that.
Nice.
How do I explain that? I don't know. That skip was really hard. So you need to do 4 dashes and then 1 chain jump and then 2 dashes. And that costs more limiter than you have. That costs like, I usually say around 115 is the amount of limiter I need. So you need to pick up some extra limiter and then you need to do that. And that's all during a timer because this guy keeps calling you every so often because you're too far away from him. Because the game doesn't want you to be here, understandably, because we just skipped a lot of this. Yeah, a lot of things.
I'll give you some parting.
So he's gonna keep calling us throughout this entire bit, and then we just enter this, and now everything says it should. It's one of the few skips that actually work as it should, when there are a lot of skips that don't work as you want them to. Thank you, that was insane. Yeah.
First try also.
Yeah, first try. I keep messing that up like all the time, so I'm glad I got something first try at least. So here, find these guys, power charge. Yeah, it's the usual. Gonna try to angle the sync attack so they hit both of them. They didn't this time, which kind of sucks, but eh. There we go, should be dead right there. And that's file 5. So yeah, we're just going through this, so message, donation, that stuff. Please go ahead.
Absolutely. Well, speaking of collecting Pokemon, coming up after Astral Chain and Neo is our Pokemon block. We've already met the incentive to fight Cynthia in Pokemon White 2. However, we've got a couple of bid wars open. In Pokemon White 2, we have the nickname for Drillbur. Currently winning is Retotato with $100. Then in Pokemon Red and Blue, we have the nickname for Abra, of which Deluxe is winning. The nickname for Bulbasaur, which Armada is doing. So if you want to sway those to a different name, then get your donations in.
Yeah, make sure to donate all of your money to save the children and ESA, so we can get those sweet bid wars and also saving the children. Yeah, this is file 6 now. Out of all the files in the game, it's easily the worst one. And not because it's hard, or because it's got like a lot of complex tricks. No, it's quite the opposite. It's very, very, very bare bones. And there's a lot of just doing nothing. So I'm just gonna be chilling for this part, I guess. We gotta go up, talk to that guy, and he's like, yo, you wanna come with me to Zone 09? And you're like, what's that? And it's some lawless place outside of the city walls or something. So you go there and you're like, whoa, cool stuff's happening. So I'm going to try to go for red light skip again, because I have another chance to get red light skip. And I'm going to try to not mess it up this time. So this time, it actually is... Why did I write it? It actually just is shooting. There we go. And then you're in that, and it's like, whoa, you're not supposed to be there, but you can just walk out. I'm gonna keep running into everyone.
Yeah, I mean, they don't mind you shooting around in the middle of the city, so I guess they won't mind you running into them.
Yeah. I don't... Yeah. I really don't know why. Alright. I've got cream puff soda already, so I don't need to buy that. I'll buy some fishy water, though. Then swap to sword, do that. Swap to arm if you want to. Yeah, let's go arm. Gonna miss the ladder, that's completely fine. And now on to the stealth section in this game. You like stealthing? You like stealth games?
I actually do.
You actually like stealth games?
I do, yes.
Wow, insane. Yeah, no, stealth games are fun.
I mean,
This is not a stealth game, by the way. It's... You like Iris?
remix!
Yeah, so this is the stealth section. You do this. You bind that guy. Which you can do by just running up behind him and hitting ZL. And then you just run past all these guys. Then you're going to get seen by this guy. Now usually this fails you, but you could just break our way through and try to bind this guy. There we go. And look at that. You made it through and nobody noticed.
Yeah. If there's no one to notice, then no one can notice.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, we're gonna just get the key card off that last guy, open this door, run into the wall. I could use arm here, that's slightly faster. Look at this.
Do they all have a key card, or is it just the last guy?
No, just the last guy has a key card.
That's
he's
very convenient.
He's very important, I think. So here, gonna do this. Oh, do another stealth section. There are two.
Security detail on this side too.
Oh wow, security.
Try not to get caught.
So yeah, we're gonna try not to get caught. You usually want to get spotted by this first guy because otherwise things can break, and that's not very good. Because these last guys do some weird stuff when they spot you. So yeah, just run past them.
Really prefer the direct approach, don't you?
And that's the stealth section.
So well next time.
Dude, that was fun, right?
Profile in Zone 09, okay?
Stealth is fun. I'm gonna do some small movement here, where I just dash out here and fail it like
All right, we finally made it.
We finally made it. Oh right, this is a cutscene. I forget. You look at the cutscene and then you fall down, because that happens sometimes. I'm gonna try again. That really isn't that hard. There we go.
Nice.
Insane. First try.
Every time.
Yeah, I just wanted to showcase what happens when you fall to your death. I think that might have unmanipped my RNG though, because I manipped it earlier, right?
Oh yeah, true.
So that might have been bad. So yeah, this is another investigation section. You gotta talk to this walking guy, because he walks around a lot, right? So he sees a lot of things. So therefore he knows a lot, so talking to him is sufficient. We're gonna just keep mashing. 3 things. Do you have another one? No. Alright, then we're gonna talk to this guy.
That was an efficient conversation.
Yeah, we got 3 things and only 1 conversation.
Yeah. That's how I always try to rate my conversations. Like, how many new things did I learn for a conversation?
That's a good way to rate them, isn't it, though? Like, so yeah, here we're just first off again. But yeah, don't you always rate your conversations after how much you've learned?
Yeah, obviously.
That's how you should rate everything in life. Just how much did I learn from this? How much did I learn from speedrunning a video game?
I mean, probably a lot.
Yeah, I learned a lot about the game, actually.
Yeah.
You do, but... Yeah. What was that noise? I don't know. So yeah, now we gotta go up to these guys, and they're like guards. So spoilers, there is a secret passage into their base. But you don't know about it until you do this. You gotta like eavesdrop on them.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of pipes and ventilation ducts snaking around here. Maybe that's how they got in.
Turns out there are a lot of ventilation pipes and air ducts and that sort of stuff here. So you can sneak in there.
It's again amazing how stealthy you are. Like sitting 5 meters in front of them, like, oh, they're not gonna see me.
Yeah, dude, crazy. So yeah, we're just gonna open this air duct. We're gonna swap to beast there because we're gonna use that next. You ever just crouch through a ventilation duct? Air duct thing?
No.
You don't? Am I
No.
the only person who does that?
What, wait, you did that?
Am I not supposed to say that?
I mean, not without giving context.
I don't think there's context. I don't think context needs to be given, to be honest. Alright, so this part is actually just truly insanely entertaining.
Coordinates put us right at the hermit's base. Let's careful though.
careful.
Try not to make any loud noises.
Yeah, so don't be too loud because otherwise, like, people hear you, right?
Mm.
I don't think there's a way to be loud, but I wish there was because that would be entertaining. So you look down here, mash through some text, and then this is an unskippable cutscene. It's not technically a cutscene, so we can just sit back, relax, do some stretches, maybe listen to some messages from our great sponsors or some donations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'd like to remind everybody that here at ESA Winter 20, we are raising money for Save the Children. Children living in conflict face many threats, including risk of being killed or maimed, falling victim to sexual violence, and being recruited as child soldiers. In many cases, children are specifically targeted. When children experience trauma, Save the Children works to ensure they receive the care, rehabilitation, and psychosocial support they need to be children again. So we want to thank everybody very much for supporting the marathon and also all of your donations. Thank you all very much.
You can keep going.
Certainly, thank you very much. I'd like to shout out one of our sponsors then, ViewSonic Elite. You can see that yisk is currently running the game on a ViewSonic monitor, and ViewSonic have been innovators of gaming monitors for years. In 1990, they designed the first CRT monitor on the market, and by 2010, they had designed the first 120Hz 3D 22-inch widescreen display and 1ms response time monitors. In 2019, ViewSonic launched ViewSonic Elite, pushing the boundaries of multiple 240Hz gaming monitors using the latest in FreeSync and G-Sync technology. So big thank you to ViewSonic for sponsoring the event.
Yeah, these monitors are actually insane. Like, there's no input lag at all. I mean, I think there's some, but there's always some input lag.
There's so much going on in this game, and it's still very, very clear.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so this is the first. This is like a fight. We're just gonna do round sword, that sort of stuff. Ow! Try not get hit. Fishy, and then just get slaughtered here in the corner. What am I doing? Right, these Molotov guys can be a bit of a pain sometimes. Yeah, for some reason that smoke stuns you, but the smoke in the subway didn't. Perfect sense. Also, if you wear a gas mask, that smoke still stuns you. Very sad. So here, take out your beast. And then you wanna power charge, I think. Here's a very important skip. When he jumps down here, activate Howl, which skips a cutscene, because he's not ready for that. I should have swapped sword earlier, but that's fine. Okay, round sword, that sort of stuff. Then we're just gonna try to kill him, please. Oh, yeah, this is not working out. Should be fine still. It's like, yeah, there we go, the fight's over now. Is it? I thought it was, because it usually is when he pops smoke, but I guess not. This fight's been unoptimal. There we go. So that's the fight. This guy's character design is also really cool. Like, he looks pretty sick.
It's amazing. Like, when you look on every part of his body, there's something going on and something special. It's cool.
Very, very active, very loud. So yeah, now we just gotta follow this guy again. Or again? We've never followed this guy before. We gotta follow him now. Yeah, this isn't a cutscene because, of course, there are a lot of things that look like cutscenes, but of course they aren't because you gotta watch them.
And don't blame me if you get lost down here.
So yeah, here, chill out a bit.
We better stay sharp.
Sit on this couch? No.
Now,
Yeah, we've gotta wait for him to like walk here and just
you could hurt somebody's feelings that way.
talk to us, right? Look, he walks really slowly. Why do NPCs do this? Why is this a habit that most NPCs have where they just...
At least he's not like right in the middle of your running and your walking speed.
At least, but it's slower than like my walking speed. It's
I mean,
so slow. If he could speed up a bit, that would be insane. So as you can see by spamming this, it's not a cutscene. Even though it probably should be. So yeah, that's the guy we're looking for. That guy. If we find him, we get like...
We'll keep.
I don't know what we get if we find him, but we're supposed to find him, so...
Alright, looks like our best chance is to find this.
Honestly, I don't remember why we go here in the story. Like, what's the story reason why we go here? I don't remember.
Once we're outside.
But I know there is a reason why we go here.
Seem like a bad guy really, but
I guess the reason is hidden in the cutscenes.
for this Douglas.
It probably is. I haven't watched the cutscenes in a while.
Very wild guess.
Let's get a good
Dude,
whiff of that
that's
cake.
actually an insane guess. How did you?
It's fascinating how useful the Legion is, even outside of combat, isn't it? Of course, it can't actually smell, per se. What it
Yeah,
actually
you get
does
to
is
do
extract a sample of DNA from residual sweat or
some
other organic
insane lore right now.
reference it, locate- Look out!
Get some insane lore on how the Beast Legion works. Because you're supposed to track that briefcase to find out where he is. Turns out that's not random. He's always in the same spot, so just track him and like... Or you don't even need to track him, just go to the same spot every time.
Looks like things get worse the closer we get to Douglas.
Alright, so let's see
First
here.
operations, now Chimeras.
So that guy, yeah.
There's probably a gate nearby. But first things first. Take
Yeah, I
down
gotta
the
kill this
Chimera
guy.
before it hurts somebody.
Goes pretty quickly usually. Should die like that, and then you just do that, then sit on your Legion here and enter there, and that skips dialogue, which is fast. I'm glad I got that, because now I'm a speedrunner. Do some stretches while we're waiting for the loading. Make sure to stretch all the time, every time. Because that's like, yeah. That's healthy, I think. Yeah. These platforms sort of like showing up whenever they show up. No, whenever legions surround them, those platforms show up. So we want to make sure to trigger those platforms. Here we're going to do a short bit of movement optimizing where we just go over here. And we mess that up completely. That's fine. That's fine. I want to go for the cool stuff this run because it is a marathon run after all. Even if I'm not the greatest runner ever. There we go. Go up there. Take some of that, why not? And here we gotta do a trick where we just do this. Jump on there. Then we can just casually arm dash over there. So for this guy, you don't even use anything, you just send him towards the Chimera, and then depending on where the Chimera goes, depends on what you do. Over this time, he just decided to go away, so... Oh, he's under the map now. That's insane. I haven't seen that before. Try to shoot him. There's an elevator cycle right there. It's not global cycle, so... Even if that went a bit slower... Oh, no. I was about to say, even if that went a bit slower, we still caught the cycle, but... Of course we didn't, so we're just gonna collect some red matter in the meantime while waiting for the cycle. It's fine to miss the cycle. I do that all the time.
If you get some more money because of it?
I guess I do. Oh. I dashed too far there. Did you know? Did you notice?
No, no, I didn't look.
Oh. Wait, why aren't you looking? There we go. That's the correct dash. The Arm Legion movement just looks really smooth once you get, like, if you get it really good, and if you're really, yeah, if you're just really good at it, it looks so nice. I'm gonna trigger those platforms. Go Arm Legion. Gotta wait for this block because I'm too slow. I don't know if that block's on a global cycle or whatever, but it's on a cycle, so missing that is completely my fault. And we're just gonna hit those blocks. We want Beast. I think we want Beast here, right? I don't know if you know that. I should know that.
Yes, indeed.
I don't know. I like Beast more. I said that earlier. I like Beast. It's good. So here, trigger that. Go to Sword. Go to that, drink it. And just use the things. Oh, baton. Dude, I remember what to do sometimes. They're gonna just do another quick fight against these guys.
I mean, we're 1 hour and 42 minutes in, and you still do remember what you need to do, so...
Yeah, that's insane. It's almost like doing this without notes is insanely difficult. Imagine like that I memorized all this. It's crazy. I didn't think I would do it, but I mean, obviously, 'cause having notes up is cheating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just gonna do some things. This guy, what he does is random, so there's no set method of what we want to do. Generally, just go behind him and do like sinks. Hopefully, I thought I could get a perfect sink there, but no. That's gonna hit us. Yes, I want to be not in the air because those things generally do a bit less damage. Oh, he's dead. He jumped up right as he died. Where is the guy that I'm looking for?
That was a great finisher photo, though.
Yeah. There he is. Alright. Alright, this is a cutscene. I forget. Some of these things are actually cutscenes. So now we're out of the astral plane again. Like, yeah. Loading times. So here there's like one text box. And then it turns into cutscene. So we can actually skip it. It's the only time in the entire game we can skip a cutscene. Not really, but it feels that way sometimes. So we're gonna try to, we want to focus the smaller guys on our build-up moves, where we're building up the sink. And then during the sink attack, we want to focus on the big guy to try to kill him as fast as possible. Now the game wants you to look at those cameras to find out where he went, the guy who just ran from us. Turns out you don't have to do any of that. You can just leave. Or like, it's one of the few instances where the game doesn't block you off. So you can just go and the game doesn't stop you because you're already supposed to go that way. Yeah, here's some more enemies spawning. This time there is actually a wall. Too bad, right? But just shoot those. The sweet peach soup that we drank for the earlier fight is still there. So we do a bit more damage for the first part of the fight. Here they want us to switch on our iris, and then they do it for us automatically. So here we gotta do that to trigger that. I don't know if it's possible to make it past that without like having to dodge back. It might be. I've tried a few times, right? But I've never actually grinded it to see if it is possible. If it is, it's pretty precise. And also nobody else has tried to do it, so I don't feel as bad. There are like a lot of people dying and stuff right now. But that's fine. Right?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I swear it's fine. So here, remember this guy? He dies pretty quickly if you get it right. He dies pretty quickly.
I mean, it didn't really work the first time we killed him, so I don't know how it will go the second time.
What?
Didn't we always see him?
Yeah, we did. That's why, yeah. He's in like file 3, I think.
Oh.
And I mean, not that guy specifically, but he is a named enemy, and you'd think, wow, that sounds hard to kill. No, they're usually not. They're usually pretty easy to kill. Some of them are easy, some of them are pretty hard. But yeah, he's just a normal enemy in this file. Please. enter the elevator as well. It's a good strat. I heard that saves a lot of time. Yeah, we got some waiting to be done, some investigating to be done. So right now, a message or a donation or something like that, just a quick one, just like, not even a quick one, just like, yeah, go ahead.
Sure, prizes. We have some prizes that are available for a minimum $35 donation. We have 2 pictures of Super Mario, and we also have, for a minimum donation of $60, a custom ESA-themed N64 controller. So let's get those donations in.
Really rough.
Yeah, I want that N64 controller. I wish, like, I had enough money to donate so I could actually have a chance of getting it, because it looks sick.
Yeah, the paintings are also very beautiful.
Yeah, I remember there was a GameCube controller as well last year, like, ooh, this looks really cool.
Yeah.
Dude, did you see that insane movement? I'm just, yeah.
Hold up, they're gonna see us.
So you've been like technically breaking orders by going over here, and that's
Time to go home.
not good.
Commander's orders. The hell are you doing
So-
in here anyway?
You sort of, yeah, you did this incognito,
Shit.
which is why you don't have police clothes on. You changed those at the like at the start,
Have it your way.
but
We'll get to
now you get
once
noticed
we're done
by
with all
your
this.
colleagues
Sarah, take him down.
Got it.
because you want to save them because you don't want them to
Sit
die.
back and watch, but we're in real trouble now.
So yeah, now you just wait for the dialogue,
Picking up a lot of energy nearby. It's
and then when
coming
he starts
towards
saying
us.
it's coming towards us, drink fishy water, power charge, and then just boom, boss spawns. Yeah, you want to dodge that. Do a sync on this leg. I usually do one sync. I think that's the optimal method. Then change to arrow and then try to bind his legs. You need to bind 3 of his legs to bind all of them. Makes perfect sense. I know. It's insane how much sense that makes. There we go. That's 2. And that's 3. So now swap to sword. Want to make sure he doesn't power charge or round sword them. There, we want to hit the front legs a little bit and then, or the back legs a bit and then hit the front legs, but I didn't do that, so let's just hit the back legs more. That's gonna make this take longer, but that's fine. Yeah, so here when he's on the wall, just shoot him a few times. Yeah, that's enough. Oh, he didn't die quite yet. So you're not supposed to kill him this way, you're supposed to kill him with like a massive sigh. But that's slow, so we just do this and then boom, he teleports to the floor.
Nice.
And that's file 6 done. We're finally into the good part of the run, which is the entire run, because this run's great.
It's amazing.
I love this run and this game. And just like all of that. But before we get to the fun bits, right? Before we do that and have fun and enjoy ourselves, we gotta watch a like 2 or 3 minute long unskippable cutscenes.
I understand. That
Oh my god, all my unskippable cutscenes, I love them.
And not only is it an unskippable cutscene, right? Because that would be bad enough. It's an unskippable cutscene where you have to mash the entire time. So it's kind of like every RPG speedrun ever, but I don't run RPG games, and for good reason. So yeah, right now, this is the longest, or one of the longer times you have for messages and donations, so go ahead, give us a couple.
Certainly. I'd like to remind everybody, obviously, we are ESA Winter 2020. We are raising money for Save the Children. Growing up with violence and the threat of violence can lead to lifelong physical, emotional, and mental health problems. Save the Children works with families and communities to promote positive social norms and behaviors to help prevent violence against children. That is where all of our money that we raise this weekend is going. All of your Twitch Prime subs and your cheers will also be going towards the donation total towards the charity. And we have a couple of bid incentives coming up. As I mentioned earlier, we've got the Pokemon incentives. So for Pokemon White 2, you've got the ability to nickname Jawber. For Pokemon Red and Blue, you've got the ability to nickname the Abra and the Bulbasaur. And we have a donation incentive coming up in a couple of hours with Yisk, with Katana Zero, with the Psychotherapy Secret Boss, which is currently at $190 of $500. So let's see if we can get that met before Yisk does that run later on tonight.
Yeah, let's see. Let's hope. I hope that happens. That boss fight is really cool, and on hard mode it's even cooler. So that wasn't actually as long as I made it out to be, now that I think about it, but it feels a lot longer when you're running, I promise, I swear.
I mean, we also got all the nice messages in, so...
Yeah, those messages really actually helped it go like a lot faster than you'd think. Alright, please get out of the way. There we go, we're just gonna buy some stuff, because consumables are usually pretty good. So yeah, we have one of those extra. I don't know why that's an extra one. We are not supposed to have that. But yeah, you feeling tired yet? It's 6 AM.
Well, me? No, not done at all.
You're not feeling tired?
No, they're like 1.5 hours more of like amazing speedrunning that I will watch and commentate on, so can't feel tired.
Exactly, you're not allowed to feel tired yet. I'm not permitting you to do that.
Yes, sir.
Alright, I forgot to do a thing.
Oh.
You know how I forget to do things sometimes?
Yes.
Yeah, that just happened. But you know what? That's fine, right? We can do that now, right? So I gotta go into the menu here, and I'm gonna go to the orders. So here are like achievements. We use this once in the run to get a premium material code a bit early, so that we can upgrade our Legion a bit more. So we gotta upgrade this bit. Just gonna get like, yeah, that seems good. Ability slots seems pretty good.
For all the abilities we're not gonna use.
Seems pretty good. Defense up seems pretty good. And that unlocks this one, which 10% attack up seems pretty good. 10% attack up seems pretty good. So yeah, that's all the upgrading we're going to be doing this run. So now we're at this part where we're like, what are we doing? We're waiting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fight again, and we need to wait on the dialogue to be over.
Yeah, it's not even really a proper fight. It's just these guys spawn and they're like, yeah. So whatever you do, you see that beam, that laser beam? Don't let that hit you. Whatever you do.
I want to see what happens if it hits us.
Yeah, so I want to see what happens as well. So this is what happens if it hits you.
That's
nothing.
Not too impressive.
No, that hitbox doesn't exist. I don't know why. It's dumb, but meh.
Why program a hitbox if you can just tell your players like, oh, it's gonna do a lot of damage.
Also, that truck doesn't exist. So I don't know if I said this. I don't think I did. The Beast Legion has auto dodge on. Yeah, no. When you're riding the Beast Legion, you have auto dodge, which means that you automatically dodge every attack. Pretty creative naming, if I say so myself. So you can use that to like go into trucks and just tank the damage. You don't even take damage. Why? You don't even tank it. Oh yeah, if you're fun fact, by the way, remember the start file 1. This is that place. This is the same place. If we could somehow get here and like have story flags load, we could skip half the game. That's like 2 hours. That's never gonna happen though, but it would be cool. Here's a short skip where we just jump there, and that skips the slowdown trigger, because when that guy flies over, it's like the short slowdown trigger. So jumping there skips that, and it's like super easy.
It's heading towards Main Street. I'm not getting any signal that looks
Dude,
like Jenna. So focus on
it's heading towards Main Street.
Oof, doesn't sound good.
No, that doesn't sound good at all. Dude, I'm getting stomped by these guys. Oh man. So yeah, these guys just shoot them. I'm gonna do look away strat, see if that helps. It doesn't. Alright, insane. I don't know why I used round sword there. I felt like it, I guess. So yeah, you can also lock on in this game. I never use it because I don't like how it works, but you can do it. And I believe it's part of how it makes the tech work, but sometimes it works without it, so... I don't know. Let's just kill that guy. There we go. There we go. So that's that fight done. And we're going to try to skip this next fight. And by try, I mean I'm going to attempt it until I succeed, because it is that It doesn't have any setup, it's just go for it and then hope you get it. I mean, the setup is doing it. So yeah, these guys go to annoy you, so you gotta kill them, sadly. I wish I could just skip that, because combat is bad, pacifism is good. So you just jam the Legion up to that point, and then just do aerial attacks here, and then if you sync right, you can go to the top there, and he didn't. So it's pretty obvious when you get it. So you gotta sync in the right angle, so he goes to the top, so you can dash forward and like skip the entire bridge, so you don't have to lower the bridge, which skips the fight. I'm doing it at the wrong angle though. Let's try not doing that. That angle maybe? No, that was too far. Oh, I'm on the ground now. Yeah, I don't want to keep doing ground things. I got this first try in like a practice run. I was like, wow, is this free now? Oh, it's really not. Oh, I saved that somehow.
Nice.
I ran out of limiter there at the end and I somehow saved it. Yeah, this game likes messing with your camera angle a lot, so it's kind of hard to move sometimes. There we go. So that guy is gonna fall.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna ignore him.
I gotta go fast.
You gotta go fast. Falling is slow, so let's not do that. So this fight is kind of weird and precise and whatnot, so I'm gonna try to do this the good way. I think I already messed it up now that I think of it, but yeah, by going howl instantly and interrupting him, you can skip his dash, which is good. We want to do this and cutscene, and now we're into phase 2.
Nice.
Dude, phase 2 is epic. This fight is one of the more painful ones because it's a flyer, and flyers are awful. But if done correctly, it should be fine. But if, I mean, I'm myself, and I don't trust myself. So let's just hope for the best, I guess.
Are you okay? Of all the times for chimeras to show up, take it down quickly and get back on the trail.
That's the wrong ability, please don't. Oh. That's fine. I used power charge twice, but that doesn't matter too much. Yeah, did we kill all of them? We did. That's not good. We want to try to keep them, one of them alive. Oh wow, that was solid. Did you see me jump off there?
Yeah.
Yeah. We try to keep one of them alive because then all of these guys don't spawn, and when they spawn, turns out it's pretty hard to hit a flyer when everything auto-aims and he flies above you. And you can't auto-aim right up, so you've got to kill these guys. And that's slow. There we go, now he's down. Should be able to catch him, let's see. There we go. And he's dead. That was not awful.
Nice
Could've been a lot
recovery.
better. Yeah. I recovered it just fine, I think, but...
Yeah.
And you're no worse for wear.
Of course,
I'll let
can
the
always be
police know
better.
the safe zone is clear. Follow that homunculus.
So here you're just like, oh, it's a beam. It actually does damage this time.
Oof.
You see that 80 damage I took from that? Crazy.
That was way too close.
It very makes the appearance seem right.
Yeah, that was way too close, as the game says. Alright, so here, you think you might have to fight these guys because there's like a wall and stuff? No, you just have to wait. As usual. Once these guys disappear, this wall disappears, so you can just run, go down, boom. Then you get dragged into an astral plane again. So you get to do more fighting. That's fun. Yeah, you want to do this, and then like this. Please actually do that. Thanks. That's the... I keep messing up, but keep hitting the wrong buttons. Yeah, I want to slash that line because that removes the whole... Yeah, it removes the shield, and that's good. Oh no, I'm not going to get the skip. Alright, am I? So here you can actually kill the enemies like before they put the shields up if you're fast and not bad. Sadly, I'm neither of those, so I didn't get it. Alright. Up here, kill this guy. Can I get him? There we go. I'm gonna pop around sword and power charge, because I can. It's not really that necessary, but it's always good to have them up if you can. And there we go. That was longer than it should have been. But that's, you know, it is what it is sometimes, right? I'm gonna try to dig this part up, please. There we go. That was oddly precise. Sneak under.
You lose sight of the homunculus. I'm still picking up a lot.
So yeah, now we have to run from this guy.
It's too risky to hold your ground there. Get to safety now. Go around the promenade and get to the
There we
main
go down here.
safe zone. You can
There's
regroup
like
from there.
stuff here. I think there are grenades in here or something. Not really that useful. Then there's another one of these beams that don't hurt. Okay, here we go. Arm.
Looks like it can't get through all the way.
You want to open this up just so, yeah, so we can get through while you open things up. Get up, get up, get up. Here we go. I think I could have done that faster, but So here's a fun part where you have to wait for dialogue again, but it's actually cool this time. It's like actually tech or something. It's to save time, and that's cool, and I like that. So if you enter that area before this heavy assault captain finishes his dialogue, right there, this zoom up takes a lot longer. And, you know, long things, time loss. So it's good that it takes that long, or that it's good to wait for once.
Ooh.
Yeah. Imagine that, having or wanting to wait in a speedrun. That's crazy. So yeah, we can just jump away from that car, because once again, Beast Legion, auto dodge, pretty alright. So yeah, we're just waiting for this wall to go down. Crouch a bit, maybe dodge a bit. Look at that backflip, that was insane.
Oh yeah. He also does a cartwheel from time to time, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, never see it because dodging, I mean, the screen is usually so busy that you don't get to see it. So here's a cool skip. We want to go into sword mode and then focus and then just keep dodging. And then you can enter these elevators. And then hopefully the elevator door should close behind us. If they don't, you can just slash these guys through the wall until it does. And there we go, the elevator door's closed. Usually you would have to fight those aberrations, but if you just do that, the game is sort of like, oh, you're not fighting them yet, so the elevator door's still open. At least that's my theory. I don't know exactly how it works, but it's a fine theory. I think I messed something up.
If it evolves any further, even you might not be able to handle it.
That's fine. All right, so we're going to want to pop that. Pop that. Once again, do things before the fights because that's fast.
We don't have time for this.
Yeah, so this is like 5 Proto Legions at the same time. We fought 2 of these earlier, but now it's 5. It's crazy. Yeah, this fight usually goes by pretty quickly. If you get a lot of double hits on the sync attacks. So after about 2 combos, you want to do another power charge. You see that dodge to increase the range? That was insane. I didn't even know I could do that. And there we go, that's the fight. And there's one more fight for Final 7, and then does the game get good?
Yes.
It's always been good, but the run gets really fun there, so. Oh, wow, that had a lot more reach than I thought it did. So we want to use these abilities to try to get him into the next phase as quickly as possible, because this is not his final form. Can I stop doing like delay syncs, please? There we go. So now here, I want to use Power Charge again. And then we're going to break his legs. And then try to not do enough, try to not do too much damage here. We can still do a lot of damage, but as soon as he puts his arm down, like that, we break his arm. And then he's stunned for like forever. So you can just kill him. Because otherwise he jumps onto that building right there and starts shooting at you. And that's slow. So we don't do that.
Sounds very slow.
Yeah, most of the time it is. So, yeah, that's file 7. Now we're just gonna be, once again, chilling out a bit. You know, having a nice stretch, watching some cutscenes, skipping some cutscenes. So message, donation, that stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely. We've spoken a little bit about some of the incentives that we have on Stream 1 later today, but we also have some incentives for Stream 2. For Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, we have a Harry Potter cosplay coming up. We need to reach $300 for that, and we are currently only at $50, so let's try and get that met. In Ape Escape 2, we can catch the free bonus monkeys. We need $100 for that, and we're only at $25, so let's get that met as well. And then right after Ape Escape 2 is also Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg with a showcase of infinite speed. So let's go and get us some infinite speed.
Yeah.
All 3 of those sound amazing.
They do. I wish I could catch them, but I'm gonna be sleeping by then. But you guys at home, make sure to catch those runs, because hopefully you haven't been up all night and you've just got up like reasonable normal people, getting up at like 6:30 a.m. So make sure to catch those runs later, because they'll probably be really sick.
Yeah, and make sure to donate to get those donation incentives met.
Exactly. Gotta get those incentives up, because, I mean, those incentives do seem pretty good.
Yeah.
And the Katana Zero hard mode incentive, or the Katana Zero secret boss incentive, also seems pretty good. If I do say so myself, you know.
Yeah, your absolutely neutral opinion on that is clear.
Very unbiased. I don't know why I went that way. That was insane. All right. So this next part, yeah, they'll be fine. They don't need help. So yeah, this next part is...
It's good.
Yeah, yeah, I don't like it. Let's just say that much. So it's not that hard. It's called cleanup. What you do is you clean up red matter specifically. You have to clean up every blob of red matter. There are a lot of them. If you miss one, you gotta backtrack and get that. And there's a 12-minute timer, and after 12 minutes, they're like, yeah, if you haven't gotten everything by now, you just get a free pass. And once, during my current recorded PB, I missed a red matter, and I couldn't find it for 12 minutes. And after that, I've sort of grown to really dislike that part. For a pretty valid reason, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is it. See how it's like nice and clean, and then the cutscene happens, and wow, it's awful. Turns out cutscenes create red matter. There we go, just gonna do some casual cleaning up. So these things, those things can be broken by either sending stuff at them, or sometimes the Armed Legion likes to break them, but sometimes it just doesn't, so... Like here, it doesn't, but it's fine. You can usually sync back up and just grab it. Please turn the camera, thank you. Dude, insane speed. Insane, just purely crazy. I don't know if this jump actually works. It doesn't. I tried. I think you can get it to work if you're, like, insane at movement, but sadly, I'm not. Yeah, just gonna keep collecting some stuff with Herald Legion specifically, because Herald Legion is fast. Gotta remember to collect everything. If I miss anything, I'm gonna be pretty upset. yeah, let's just... I missed a global cycle here where this elevator comes down, so you just try to catch that. Try to not like jump off like I did here in practice. Where I just jumped straight off a couple times. It was pretty funny, but it sadly doesn't save any time. Here, just look down and be like, yo, is the elevator here yet? And it's like right there, yeah. We just run off and oof. I don't think that's the fastest option, but it works for me, so it's obviously the only option then. Take it back on. There are sort of checkpoints that most runners, myself included, like to use to tell if they missed something or not. So for example, 44% by this catwalk. If I'm at 44%, then everything's fine. I haven't missed anything. But if I'm not, that means that I missed one thing at that point. I just jumped down. That was not what I meant to do. So yeah, that's the only checkpoint I use. I know some like good runners use more, but I just try to not miss anything. And I mean, it works some of the time. Ooh, that was close. So yeah, at about 9 minutes, we're gonna get a phone call. And that phone call actually interrupts one of the gate openings. Because there is a gate open that we have to also clean up, so there's some fighting in this part. And if you get to that point by 9 minutes, and you try to go into the gate while the phone call's happening, this one, you can't. So don't go too fast, or go even faster, I guess. I don't know. This has been pretty.
You jinxed it.
I talk too early. I really do. I should shut up sometimes. Yeah, let's just pretend that never happened. So this has been pretty good. I'm gonna get knocked off right here. I'm not. Oh shit, that was... I thought those were a lot closer than they were. There we go. As you saw there. Doesn't always work, but sometimes the Arm Legion just does work. Like right there. He's a big boy. Also, sometimes when you send the Arm Legion out, it just like stopping for no reason at all. I'm just gonna Death Warp here, actually.
Yeah, makes sense.
Dude, this Death Warp is insane, and it doesn't save time, but I do it because I'm bad. Yeah. Also, I didn't touch it. Did I say this earlier? Red matter gives you like Legatus limiters stuff. It's pretty useful. I might have mentioned it sometime, but it is pretty useful. Alright, so that's 96%. So now we can enter the gate. Hype?
Hype?
I think it's way too late for hype.
I'd rather say way too early.
I mean, we're at the gaming convention. It's like, oh god, it's never too early. It's always just too late. Normal hours is like 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. Sorry. This isn't even that great. Or no, this is peak graveyard hours, and it's breakfast. See, I'm just gonna keep doing this, or keep doing the fighting stuff. Gonna make sure to keep power charge up for as long as possible. I'm gonna try to dodge the attacks. And I wish I could not like get slowdown all the time, but as you know, I don't understand how it works. Oh. I'm gonna use Gladius here, I think it's better. Look at that damage, insane. And there we go, that's cleanup done. I managed that in 6 minutes of the 12 minutes that you have, which is not insane, but I've had a lot worse, as you might know. As I might have said earlier, I've had a lot worse.
I think we can clap for that. Everyone who's still here.
Yeah. Are there still people here? Go eat breakfast or something. That's an insane applause. Thank you though. Thank you very much. So yeah, this part, the route we have to take here is actually insane. Because we can't just take the fastest route. Because for some reason, there's a wall if we do that. Because the game kind of wants you to like lead the Beast Legion around. So you can find out where the scent's coming from. But turns out it sort of leads you in a weird direction. So the fastest method is to just take that direction from the start instead of just heading straight there. Insane movement right now though. Like I'm just running past everything. So yeah, this small bit, just casual movement. That was not what I intended to do. So message, donation.
Certainly. I'd like to remind everybody that, again, we are raising money for Save the Children. Save the Children is always ready and among the first organizations to deliver life-saving relief for children and their families, whether they are living in conflict zones or facing a natural disaster. We thank you all for watching the marathon, sharing the marathon, and also donating to the marathon. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Alright, so now we're into the astral plane of File 8. There's only one. This file's pretty short, because there are a lot of side quests and stuff, so the file itself, that's sort of a recurring theme with the later files, is that they have a lot more side missions. So the missions, or the main quests themselves, are usually a lot shorter, and it's sort of the opposite in the earlier ones. So here, this astral plane is a lot of fun when you get it down, like, well, because it's just a lot of arm movement. And that's a lot of fun. I'm gonna try to get this thing. I'm not the greatest at it, but there we go. Nice. We just do a sideways dash there. No, so just some casual arm movement. And here we're gonna do a fight skip, because there's a fight trigger like right there, so if you just dash like this. Did I get it? I did. Nice. Insane. I'm gonna just play that safe, yeah. And wait for this elevator to go down. Fun fact about this fight skip is that it's actually just barely faster than doing the fight normally, but it's more consistent because doing a perfect fight is a lot harder than doing that skip, so. Insane fun facts. Fun fact, this puzzle exists.
Again.
Yeah, I'm just that good at like fun facts.
It's crazy.
This is a puzzle that you're supposed to solve, but you don't have to. A lot of this, like solving puzzles and stuff, is my brain's not big enough for that. I'm not part of the big brain crew anymore. I got kicked out, so we're just gonna like wedge this there. That looks fine. I'm gonna try to jump over there inside that. That's a bit more precise than you'd think it is. And then boom, it's open. Look at that. Just skip the puzzle.
Because that looks so much easier than just doing the puzzle.
It's probably harder than doing the puzzle, but it's more fun and it's also faster, so yeah. Imagine designing like these cool and fun puzzles and then someone just invents a method to skip them.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah.
You handle the capture. Here we go.
Oh, ow, ow, that hurts. So we're just gonna break his shield with this. Then use the stun sync, because there's a special sync when someone's stunned. And I messed that up, but it's fine. Find him? Find him, maybe? Could I get a chain bind? No? Alright. Can I get a chain bind? There we go. Yeah, I try to not use the chain bind sinks because they're usually pretty slow and they don't do enough damage for how slow they are. I use the baton for this part. I like it a lot more. What's his health at? There we go. And now we have finally collected the last Pokemon. It was like an hour since we collected the 4th one. It's kind of crazy how...
We also have
like,
completed 2/3 of the run about. Like, and we're only now getting the last Pokemon.
yeah, you think it's 2/3 of the run, but it's really not. Like, the run from this point on gets a lot quicker. At least it feels like it gets a lot quicker. Maybe that's because there's less... or there's more fighting and more just fun movement stuff. But yeah, so... turns out... your dad's dead. That's the whole point of this file, is to tell you that your dad's dead. It's kind of sad. I never explained that, but Max, like the captain or whatever, he's your dad. Or at least... I don't know if it's your official dad, but... or like... official... your sort of real parents, but he's at least your adoptive dad, if that makes any sense. I don't know, it's been too long since I casually played this, but either way, he's dead. Feels bad, man.
But we got the last Pokemon.
We got the last Pokemon, so I mean, that's worth it. It's, so yeah, there's like stuff you can do here, or you can just take off. So this is... File 9 is basically almost all combat. It's just combat, 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 combat. And it's a lot of fun.
Exciting.
Yeah, dude, combat's fun. Turns out when the game's actually good, it's really, really good. Is this the thing? Yeah, I'm doing this. So I'm gonna go to this vendor here and just buy some spices. Or not some spicy. This thing doesn't sell spicy, it sells fishy water. It's really good. So yeah, buying that there is... I think that's the fastest vendor you can get to, and even that's just some backtracking. So here, do some insane dialogue reading here. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. So then cutscenes happen. You like cutscenes? There's like one cutscene actually. It doesn't explain much. So it's this, and then you just do this, drink fishy water, do that. Remember how I got this like same thing earlier?
You head in there. I'll be back once I catch Jenna.
Yeah, so you kind of want, whenever he's on the ground, you want to use the Gladius. And then whenever he's not on the ground, oh, he's on the ground, insane. Yeah, you want to use the Gladius because it's pretty good. Like, it does a lot of damage for the amount of hits you get. And then whenever he's not reachable by that, you shoot him with the gun. So I usually try to check how much health he's got here to see what I'm supposed to do here, but I didn't this time, so we'll find out. I'll just do the old classic. He's got half his health left. Alright. I might want to... Please. No, I'll just do this. You know what? That's completely fine. Yeah, this could be a bit faster, but... You know what? Life's not always about rushing. Sometimes it's just about enjoying the ride. So, there we go. He's dead. That's insane.
Nice one. Very enjoyable ride.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to sit back and relax. Maybe, you know, stretch a bit. That sort of stuff. But yeah. So now we're into the astral plane of File 9. It's one of the... I mean, it's got a bit of movement and all that sort of stuff. And it's got some cool tricks. It's also got the egg. Remember the egg? Remember how...
Yeah. You were supposed to take a photo.
Remember how I'm supposed to take a photo of that? I was about to forget, but thank you for reminding me. So yeah, this file has some cool movement, some like tech and all that sort of stuff. Every astral plane with the Arm Legion it usually has tech in it because it's just really good. So let's see, can I get up there? I can. Oh. No! If you get up there, you can walk on the blocks and like skip having to do this. But you know, as high IQ as I am, even I can make mistakes. I think I've called myself both smart and dumb during this run.
Multiple times both.
Several times, yeah. So what am I truly? Who knows? So we're just gonna do some casual stuff here. Casually do this. Wanna destroy that block because destroying blocks is usually, or I mean, yeah, destroying that block's necessary. Could I want to jump through this, and I don't want to take damage, so the shield is great for that. We never explained that, but the Axe Legion actually is the Shield Legion. Also, you can do that if you want to. Skip Stat Analyzer saves basically no time, but it looks fun, and it is fun, so it's fun to showcase. So let's do that again. Let's do that. Things are gonna blow up. We want to go Sword Legion here. This is the fastest method I've found of doing this that isn't just going into the lasers and like praying, which is a valid method, but I don't like doing it. Oh no. So yeah, we're gonna just detonate that.
I really have to say that the random top-down perspective switch is kind of weird.
You like the top-down perspective?
I mean, it's okay, but it's kind of random.
Yeah, man, the top-down perspective is amazing. Alright, so that's the egg. It looks like an egg, right? It's like big and round.
Yeah.
Like eggs are. That's not axe. There we go. So yeah, for this part, you want to get on. You want to get gun out. Want to go beast, and then you want to shoot those eyes. So when you shoot 2 eyes, you're in like a good spot. What? That makes so much sense to me. Thanks. Yeah, you shoot those eyes. You swap to sword, power charge, round sword, do that sort of stuff. And then you just melt. No, you go baton and then you melt it. Look at that. Look at that damage.
Don't forget the photo.
Dude, I never forget the photo. I was gonna make a whole joke about, you know, forgetting the photo, but you ruined it now. Thanks,
Oh
man.
my god.
Dude, I can't believe it.
No, I was so impressed by your damage that I just
You
wasn't
almost
sure.
were like, oh. Alright, so this is just great. Yeah, you know, auto-targeting in this game, it's pretty sick. Because sometimes you just want to do a thing that you're not able to do. This is the worst egg fight I think I've ever had. Alright, so take a picture. Please take a picture. Let's see. Dude, that's a sick. I'll save that picture. It's an insane photo. Alright. That's not what I wanted to do, but that's fine. I like how I cancel it before power charge went out, so I didn't even get power charge. Because I like wasting time. So yeah, this fight's always a two-phase fight. Then egg's done. Wow, that's 2 bosses in like 2 minutes. It's been more than 2 minutes, but that's 2 bosses in a pretty quick tempo. So now, like 2 more cutscenes, and then there's one of the Jenna fights. You remember that lady in white who like did some stuff? She walked away at gunpoint. She's pretty badass.
Have we seen her before?
We've seen her before. There are a lot of her fights. There are like 3. So yeah, what we do here is I don't use power charge quite yet. I actually bind her first. There we go. And then we can start using these things. Still got that, so I'll use that. And then as soon as her dialogue triggers, so like right here, the fight's timed. And it's very, very lenient. Like I can mess up a lot and I still deplete her health bar before the fight is over. So she starts spouting about like, oh, you'll regret this. I got really frustrated with this part when I did this casually because she's like, oh, you don't know what you're doing. But she doesn't explain to us what we're doing or why it's bad. She's just, oh, you don't know what you're doing. And it just really annoyed me. Yeah. Can I actually kill her? I didn't deplete her health bar quickly enough. That's rare. I mean, she's dead like... She should be dead in like 2 hits. There we go. Yeah. So that's that fight. And now we have a little bit of time. We got a motorcycle section coming up. You like the motorcycle sections, right? Woo! Motorcycles are fun. They're like really cool. So yeah, messages and donations and stuff can go, are like, they're perfect here.
Cool, absolutely. We have $30 from Lincoln Zelda Rules, who says, Pro Speedrunner tip, don't die, you're welcome. That goes towards the nicknaming the Abra in Pokemon Red and Blue, Kadabra. And we also have $5 from Swift Shadow, who says, that was an excellent photo. Good luck with the rest of the run. Itty, Snap, Gren, and I are all rooting for you to finish strong. Push your Legion sync rate to the limit, and not even death can stop you. Thank you for the donations.
Thank you. Also, thanks for the pro tip. I'll try my hardest not to do it, but you never know, right? Like sometimes you just have to die.
Yeah, the RNG manipulation. It's all RNG manipulation.
And death warps as well, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So here we've got another one of these. You like motorcycles, right? I like motorcycles. Motorcycles are amazing.
I do like motorcycles.
Yeah, so dodging those cars like that actually just skips the slowdown that happens when you hit B and dodge stuff sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's really good strats. So yeah, the big difference between this and File 1 is that we now have our Legion, which we can send out. Look at that. Which helps speed up a lot of fights, because our Legion does quite a bit of damage now, especially after we've upgraded it like we have. So yeah, we're just chilling, you know, sliding a bit, stretching a bit.
Sliding through some cars.
Yeah, sliding through some cars as you do. So I don't remember if I have to shoot those guys. Like a lot of this stuff I just do because I think it might be faster. Or I think I might have to, but I don't actually know. So remember this section where we shoot these guys? You don't have to do that here, because that guy helps you. So here you just want to make sure to use your Legion like whenever is good. Because he does sort of like the spin move, and then you send him out, he does like an attack and then a spin move. And if you call him back while he does the spin move, he goes out and does it again. But if you wait like slightly longer, he just disappears. So timing it is pretty important. But yeah, that's that guy dead. Not really a boss, but there is a boss coming up, and it's pretty annoying sometimes when you're like, because you can mess it up a bit and you take a lot of damage, and there's a fight right after that guy who can do a lot of damage if you mess that up. So it's sort of like you have to double mess it up, but it happens way too often to me because I'm not the greatest. This is that guy, by the way. The boss. Yeah. He's like an armed Legion, but not really. So yeah, you want to make sure to dodge his attacks and then just keep DPS up whenever you can. Also, I didn't mention this, but using the Iris pops up the health bar of enemies, so you can do that to like see how much health they've got. See if like, wow, I'm doing enough damage, right? Yeah, look at that damage. It's insane.
Can you do anything else but just straight shooting on it?
I could use different legions, like I could use the Axe Legion or the Beast Legion or any other legion, but turns out the legion we've upgraded the most is the most efficient one. So this is all you do this combat, you just push buttons. I mean, I guess that's every game, but this one more so. Yeah, if you're fast enough or you do enough damage, that laser beam doesn't come out. And it does quite a bit of damage, so you'd rather not be hit by it. Like Iris?
Yeah.
Iris, yeah. So this fight's a bit complex. I'm just gonna do it and hope for the best. Oh. No, that wasn't it. Shit. I'll just hope that she doesn't attack the ground surf. Like that one. And then chainbind. And then not do the sync attack. And then and then this should hopefully kill. Very soon. There we go. Nice. That was a good fight. It's insane. Yeah. Yeah, I've messed that fight up way too often, so I'm always kind of scared when it comes up, because I mean, yeah, it's a scary fight. I think once during practice, I messed it up and it took like 2 extra minutes just because I messed it up so badly. So yeah, here. You want to do these, there are some pro legions that spawn here. You kind of just use your abilities and try to kill them as fast as possible. They usually die within a couple hits. So not really the biggest of deal, but you can get stun locked, and I have been stun locked by these guys. And it's not fun. Like that. Getting stunned is fun. But I just throw him off the like side. I did. Where is he? Did he respawn? Really?
Oh wow.
I didn't know that could happen. It's kind of sad. So yeah, now she like breaks the platform. That's Jenna, by the way. That's the guy. That's the guy we were just fighting. This is that big now.
Fight number 2.
Fight number 3.
Fight number 3. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we just do some nice movement. As I was trying, yeah. I mean, sometimes life just doesn't. Where am I going? Sometimes life just doesn't work the way you want it to, right? Like,
And
where am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to go here? No. What's happening? Alright, there we go. Now we can start doing stuff, yeah? So yeah, this boss fight's very similar to the other one, where whenever she's got her hand down, we want to use Gladius and try to do sinks. And whenever she's got her hand up, we want to use gun. So like right then, hands down. There we go. Once the hands start breaking, you just spam gun. And she should die pretty quickly. Hopefully. Maybe I jinx it here and just be like, no, won't do anything. Also, the Legion's kind of useless sometimes here. So then after the fight's done, you just mash L2. Because the sync attacks in this game aren't timing based, they're just, once you mash them, they do the thing they're supposed to do. So you just mash L2 here and it automatically gives you the sync there that just hops forward and does this thing as fast as possible. Now this part's pretty funny. You're transformed now. This is Legion Fusion. And it's pretty overpowered in combat. But right now you like kind of have no control over it. So you're just hitting your sister. And that's really not good. So the game wants you to stop doing that by using quick time events. It's sadly a bit faster not to. So here we're just gonna lay the controller down and just chill out for a bit. You know, get some stretches in. Maybe get some donations in, maybe some messages.
Certainly, we have a $30 donation from, I apologize if I mess this up, Air Jewel. And they have put that towards naming the Bulbasaur in Pokemon Red and Blue I Love Bulba. So keep your donations in, and you can also change the fate of naming the Pokemon in the Red and Blue live tutorial.
Yeah, so that's that part done. That's file 9. We're like almost 3 hours in. I don't think this is world record. I feel kind of bad. Like, is it even worth speedrunning if you don't get the world record?
Yes, it's about experience and doing something for a good cause.
The good cause I agree with. Alright, so yeah, that was file 1 of them. File 9?
File 9.
Yeah, file 9.
Yes.
My memory is just insane today. So yeah, now we're on to file 10, which is... It's pretty fun up until the end, where it gets awful. So... Let's just chill out for a bit, you know? Do the usual. You gotta mash through this dialogue here. Because this doesn't turn into a cutscene until after this dialogue. And then it's a cutscene. So you're like, oh. You're kind of kicked out of the force right now. The police force. So you gotta lay low, like not wear police clothing and all that. You don't have to not wear that. You could just keep going. And it is a bit faster. Because, you know, changing clothes is slow. So we're just gonna sell some stuff. Let's see, that sells for a lot, so let's sell that. How much do I need? I need 41k, so that's enough. Yeah, so we get the last 2 upgrades of the run. Here we're gonna upgrade the Expoton twice to level 6?
Should be 6, yes.
Should be 6, yeah. Dude, my math. 4 plus 2? What's that? I don't know. So yeah, upgrade that to level 6 because that does more damage, and more damage is good. After this, you could still upgrade it. The only thing is, upgrading in file 11, which is the last file, is sort of slow, so we don't do that. Also, it's not really worth it in the end, like in the last file, because there's not a lot of the run left. So this part of the run works in the way that if you do, let's see, can my brain do math right? If you do 2 cases, then you get like the next story case. So we go and do the 2 fastest cases, which is just so happens to be closing this gate. Let's just, yeah, that works. Oh. So yeah, close that gate, and then go up here and fight some people. So you know how we like fought big monsters and stuff earlier? These are not monsters. I mean, maybe they are, but they're not the same kind of monster. So these guys die pretty quickly because they are humans. So yeah, that was that fight. We almost spent more time setting up for that fight than we actually spent doing that fight, which is a reoccurring theme for many fights. Yeah, now we get the phone call. Turns out there's some Legion deterrence thing that is broken. I wonder why. So yeah, we just go there. Cutscene. Try to repair it, and then while we do that, we get attacked because, of course. So we just micromanage our Legion a bit to try and. I mean, I've memorized where they drop in. They drop in like there, and then there, and then there again. So we manage our Legion, so we move them there so we don't take the damage, because taking damage is usually pretty slow. And I mean, also specifically for this, taking damage resets that, or it doesn't reset the repair bar, but it makes you not repair anymore, which is slow, because then we're waiting, right? Or, I mean, we're not progressing. Oh, man. See how our Legion is just wrecking this guy? See how he's way too close for us to do anything? This is, yeah, that's really good RNG. So yeah, let's just kill this guy and then keep repairing. There we go. So yeah, let's swap to Beast. So we can get moving faster once we're done. So now, one of the second Legion deterrence thing, or not Legion, Chimera deterrence thing is broken, and wow, that's kind of weird, right? It's not supposed to happen. Turns out there is a guy who's like stealing parts from it or something. Pretty high IQ. That was a sick chain bind, by the way. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I wish I could do those. I wish I could do those on the regular. Yeah. So there's like gates opening now. Those guys do things. So those guys like bury into the ground, and they come up and they just like try to kill him. Please don't go down again. That would be awkward. There we go. Then you can also, so once these guys spawn, you stun them by howling. Or you miss the stun, that's also completely fine. So if you stun them, you don't have to dig them up later, so that saves time. Turns out doing stuff early saves time. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's why we do the speedrun so early.
It wasn't that good of a joke, but I liked it a lot. That was, yeah. Graveyard Shift's the best. Because nothing, like, it's just so nice. there's barely any audience watching, so you can just sit back, relax, chill out. As we have done this entire run.
Yeah.
So yeah. Now we got the only mandatory stealth section of the entire run, where if you get spotted, you go back to a checkpoint instead of just being able to break through. So hopefully I won't get spotted, but there's always the chance of that happening, right? So let's see. Oh, right, it auto swaps the sword here. I forget that it does that sometimes. I think it's whenever you watch a cutscene, it auto swaps the sword legion, but
Use your iris to check the officer's positions.
I haven't
before
bothered
moving
like
ahead.
actually testing it.
Take any chances. A ladder,
So yeah, here this guy's like,
must
oh,
be there for canal.
you're supposed to shoot like some barrels? Barrels?
If we keep going like
Some
this,
things
they'll
that
get
are like,
caught
oh,
for sure.
it'll
There's
block
gotta
it.
be
Turns out you can just jump straight past his vision.
There's one of them at
Here
the
you
top
check
of
where
that
this
ladder.
guy is.
Don't
I think
forget to
if
use
he's
your
there,
eyes.
you can just dash past him, but I like binding him just for safety because, yeah, that's safe. And then you can skip the rest of the stealth section by just arm dashing over everyone, which they don't look up. Like most humans, they don't look up. They just look to the like.
I think that's what you call hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, that was some pretty sick stealth. So yeah, bind these two like that, and we're gonna use this. So yeah. So now I'm gonna go for a skip. Should I?
Yeah.
So there's a skip you can do here, where if you arm dash onto that and then slide down before he sees you, you trigger the cutscene and you don't have to chain bind him.
I first met Brenda on the
And you hit it.
And I hit it.
Nice.
Insane.
love at first sight.
It's not. It's.
Close, we couldn't be more
I mean,
different
I'm not very good at that, but I think it's pretty
personality.
consistent.
Maybe that's why.
So, but I'm still glad I hit that because, like I said, not very good at it, and it loses quite a bit of time if you fail it because you have to rebind the two guys,
Not to worry.
and then you have to do it again, and it's like. So yeah, here you just like shoot these guys. They die pretty quickly. Okay, let's just drink this. Bronze sword maybe? Maybe some power charge? No, whatever you feel like really. What happened there? Oh, did I do a sync attack at the same like second that I... Yeah, so I just did a sync attack in the same second that I sort of chain dragged someone. Which I haven't explained because it's pretty useless, but... Dude, police notes. But yeah, whenever like your chain collides with someone dashing, it goes pretty fast and it's like you drag them or something. Let's drink that. That sounds good. Let's see, sword? Yeah. I think I'll use a baton here actually, and not gun. So yeah, all the fights are actually solved, or I don't know if they're completely solved, but they are very routed out. So when I say something like, I'll use baton here, that means that I'm not super confident in the route, so I'll just do whatever I feel like is good. And I mean, most of the time it's really just fine. Yeah, dude, let's see if look away's tech works. No, it doesn't. Aww. Oh, there we go.
Looks like you took.
So yeah, now there's like a really big guy who's got guns on his fingers and he shoots with them. So here you can do a weird skip where you just go through the floor, and that floor is not solid. That second floor is not solid. And this skips these police officers going to the bridge and blocking it, which saves us time. Then we just go to the end. We go to Gladius here. Then just open this massive door. Here you want to start off by just hitting this guy a bit. Now he's stunned, so you're going to swap to this. And we're going to do that to hopefully knock him down. Yeah. Once he's knocked down, bind him. And now the fight's basically done. We should probably use fishy water here. Oh yeah, I should. I've got 3, wow, yeah. Yeah, that makes the fight slightly longer, but you know what? That's fine. I only missed out on doing double damage for like the entire portion where I did a lot of damage. Like, is that real? Is that really that bad?
Nah.
It's fine, I think. But here we're just gonna be walking. That vending machine is sometimes blocked off when you do... What is it? Yeah, when you do the... Dude, when you do the skip that I did, that vending machine is sometimes blocked off, so you can't buy spicy cobras there. So you have to buy backup items later. So this part is really fun because, I mean, you like circles, right? I remember that. You like circles.
I do.
We're going to be running in circles for about 3 minutes here, I think. Woo! And that's because these guys are just talking. And there are people to fight, but it's slow. Or, I mean, not even slow. It just... you don't have to fight, which is really weird. So you just run around in a circle for a couple minutes. And this is even worse, because this game is Japanese, right? So it's got Japanese voice. On Japanese voice, I think this is like 2 minutes longer. Which is insane, because everything is just really anime and dramatic and all that. So this is just really long on that, and it still is really long. So if you have any donations or messages right now, perfect time.
Certainly. We have $10 from, and I know I'm going to apologize because I know I'm going to mess your name up, Poker Fakawati, who says, huge shout out to Yisk for being alive at this hour. Not suggesting anything, but someone with $5 could make it a very nice $16,100 total now. That goes towards Gothical Chapter's language choice for Polish, which is coming up on Saturday. And in fact, we've got a $5 donation from Weather, who says, your wish shall be granted. And that goes towards the Celeste True Ending bonus game, Celeste Classic. Thank you very much both for your donations.
Yeah. So, massive plot twist. You remember that research institute that Akira was at?
Mm-hmm.
Turns out she's like cloned a million times now. So it's like, yeah. So that, I don't know if the original Akira is dead. They don't really explain that, but either way. So it turns out these guys are like clones of her or something. So now we just walk around in a circle for some more plot. Do you like story? Do you like stories in general?
I think that's the broadest question that you asked me this whole run. Yes.
I mean, I've asked a lot of broad questions. I've asked if you like circles. Like, what does that mean? Is that what is that? Is that the song by Post Malone, or is that the like object? I don't know.
I like you running randomly in circles to avoid combat.
Yeah. Dude, I like that as well. Yeah, so this part is, it's the last part where we run in circles for, yeah, for the entire run, actually.
Now we gotta cherish it.
Yeah, so enjoy the moment while it lasts. So yeah, it turns out it's like, she's also like Fusion now. So, yeah, the entire story here is basically, you can also fusion like on command now. So you're supposed to fight her fusion with your fusion, which is like, whoa, epic moment. And it is pretty fun. But problem is, it takes like 5 years to... The problem is, yeah, it takes like 5 years to get to that point. Dude, running in circles? So yeah, right here you can power charge fishy water, and then once that dialogue is done, ready up. So the reason we use power charge and fishy water there is because it carries over until this part, so we can, yeah, so we can do a way more damage than the game thinks we should do here, which is really good because, you know, extra damage, right? And that also skips, there's a short quick time event at the end that doing this skips, because we do more damage than the game thinks we should do, so we just kill the enemy before Or we just kill... Yeah, we kill the fusion enemy before the cutscene's supposed to trigger. It's not really a cutscene, it's like a... Yeah, it's a quick time event. I said that. Dude, it's too early. It really is. Or too late. I mean, it's a mix of both. Dude, we're on the last file. Isn't that insane?
The last file?
Yeah, last file. We're
almost
on
got it.
file 11 right now.
And we're like very right on time.
Yeah.
Just to jinx it from now on.
Yeah, about that. We're like super on estimate, right? Like, we're not gonna go underestimate at all, right?
No, no.
Like, I'd never do something.
No, you wouldn't do that, no.
No. So yeah, we're back in the ARI. I don't remember what it stands for, but we're back in that place. Do you remember?
The Aegis Research Institute.
Your memory's a lot better than mine. I'm pretty jealous. Yeah, we're back there. We're gonna do some stuff. You like stuff? Why did I do that? I don't know. I mean, I know exactly why I did that, but why did I do that, right? Who knows why I did that? See here?
Too quiet.
Probably the last bit of downtime in the entire run. Where we're going into this elevator and it's like, whoa, it's pretty eerily quiet here, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then they're like phone calling all the time, so it's not actually quiet.
I can't even imagine. He kept saying he was the only one.
Yeah, so some stretches here. Maybe a message or two?
Does he even care about humankind?
Certainly. I'd like to remind everybody that we are ESA Winter 2020 and we are raising money for Save the Children. As the global leaders in family reunification, Save the Children's teams have been reuniting children separated from their families in every major humanitarian crisis since World War I. And in some of the world's worst disasters, Save the Children has led advocacy efforts that ensure children's needs are a top priority. As a result, US policymakers look to Save the Children as the leading expert on childhood, both here at home and abroad. And we thank you all very much for your donations, and that will all be going towards charity.
Yeah, so now we're getting to the, like... We're getting into file 11 proper right now, where we're just rewalking a bit, and then combat's gonna start. So we're gonna... That's the wrong ability. I didn't want to do that. Oh no. We're gonna lose time. It's not really that much time loss. I just need to do this during the fight instead of before. Which, as we know, is slightly slower. So yeah, there are a lot of clones.
Are we hitting our sister again?
We're hitting the clones, so maybe that's fine.
Okay.
I mean, the game sort of forces your hand here.
I mean, you avoided a lot of combat already.
We have. Fun fact, we can't avoid any more combat. I mean, we can run past it, but that's not really avoiding the same way that skipping it is, right? Like, we have some things that are really not intended and some things that are, yeah, you can sort of do this if you want to. And we do a lot of the non-intended stuff. And probably even more of the, yeah, you can do this if you want to stuff. So since I didn't get any spicy cobras last mission, I need to pick up those cream puff sodas instead. You can pick them up anyway if you want for safety, but I'm gonna do that because I need the spices. So here for this part, we can use a fishy water on every single fight because there are 3 fights here, and oh, I'm so good at using that power charge. It's like my brain gets rewired to like do bad stuff. Yeah, we can use fishy waters for every fight here because there's a vendor after 3 fights, and we have 3 fishy waters, so it just works out perfectly. Or am I supposed to go that way? Yeah. Dude, let's test my theory. Did it reset? No, it didn't. Damn. My theory doesn't work.
Ah.
Oh, yep. That's what I wanted to do. Thanks, game. Yeah. Shoot that button. Bridge comes out. This is crazy. Yeah, let's see if I can do some good stuff here. This fight can be pretty quick, can also be pretty annoying. See, I want to do one gun combo. Bring him down in HP a bit. He's right on top of me. I don't know why I'm doing gun combo. I could do like anything else. Yeah, after doing that, just usually one baton aerial or two kills, or Gladius aerial kills him. There we go. And here there are a bunch of like walls and stuff. You can very easily skip by doing a certain setup, but that setup is hard. So I just skipped the first wall because that one is actually free because you just arm dash. Did I hit all of them? There we go. That took a while. Dude, that was insane. Yeah, here the game is like use the Axe Legion, but you don't have to. So the Arm Legion is obviously a lot faster because dashing. Yeah, so here you gotta think fast. Make sure to not get caught on anything. Make sure to not get hit by that.
Are they always the same or are they randomized?
They are very much randomized. Look at that, 4 rights in a row. Wow. That's not bad, it doesn't lose time. I just like saying wow. There we go.
Wow.
Wow. So yeah, once that cutscene happens, you just use that Arm Legion. Boom. Then here, we're going to want to do that. Let's see. You use Power Charge and then Fishy Water and then jump in here. Then skip that cutscene and then just fusion instantly. So this is fusion, right? And it's really busted. So every single one of these takes 3 hits to kill. That's 3 hits. That's not 3 hits. They sometimes dodge and it's pretty annoying. Yeah, you want to make sure that you drop it at about this time, because otherwise you don't have enough for the final boss, which is pretty important. Yeah, so I try to make sure to drop. Because you can see that charging bar under my health bar, right? That's the Legion Sync Rate, I think it's called. Yeah, so you want to have that to the limit, as they said, and because then you can use fusion. So what am I even trying to say? You drop that early because otherwise it isn't full by the end of the final boss. And that final boss gets really quick thanks to that. So sometimes dropping that is necessary. So here we're just gonna. It's almost like there's a fight here, and that's why we're preparing. It's kind of crazy, right? How do I know that?
How would you know what happens next in this game? I can't imagine.
This is insane. It's not like imagine playing games more than once. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, here there's this one person, or like one guy in the middle. And it puts up a shield after a certain bit, so you try to kill it as soon as possible. It just did. Alright, sick. If it puts up the shield, you're actually supposed to go into arm and then break it using this. So I'll actually do that and do proper strats for once. I used Round Sword and Power Charge way too early there. I'm supposed to save him, but does it really matter? I mean, it does, but does it really matter? Oh, I didn't dodge that in time. Oh. Oh, where am I? What's happening? Yeah, dodge that. There we go. Now there's a boss fight, or at least it's a named enemy, so it's really less of a boss fight and just more of an enemy that has a name. Because it dies pretty quickly. Even in my casual playthrough, it died pretty quickly.
The difficulties of the bosses seem to vary very much sometimes.
Yeah, also a good important thing to mention maybe is that we are playing on the easiest difficulty because it is faster. But there is a harder difficulty, but even on that difficulty, that boss really isn't hard.
I was so happy to be like Jonas.
Like, it really just
Thought I could finally take care
is
of
pretty
myself.
free.
With this power,
So yeah, another reason why Round Sword is really good is that it just stuns enemies pretty well.
projects. I'm not fit to
So we're gonna try to knock her down here.
or dad.
And then once we do that, we just power charge and then get behind her and then boom. Fight stun. That was pretty quick. Now another fight. This fight sucks.
Answer for it. What
We're
the
gonna power
hell
charge.
are they?
Try to chain bind that guy.
Why did you make them?
Can we get to him? No. So we just, oh, yep. That's fine.
Bullshit.
I swear, that's fine.
Form the core of a great salvation that will begin very soon.
So yeah.
Does that clarify things?
Now we have to fight 5 legions.
I needed a
And they're all the 5 legions in the run.
least one of them.
Or, yeah, that we get.
Was a Legionis.
So that's what we do. So we kill these first 2.
Gemma's unexpected method
Hopefully you would have fishy water killing this guy as well, but you can't always get what you want in life.
you arrive here with your injuries.
Wow, getting philosophical
That's when
as the end of the run.
That's how you know it's like the end of the run is when I'm getting philosophical.
of luck. Not only did I have another
The life lessons.
Yeah.
also had the perfect
I probably shouldn't be the one giving out life lessons, but yeah.
after everything I learned from my Legion research.
Yeah, do like that and then just swap the baton, because baton is a lot nicer on this guy.
Trivial.
But you gotta get the early damage first.
Figure out the rest.
And then Sword Legions should spawn like right
When you fused with your Legion,
here.
I analyzed that process.
Yeah.
and the mechanisms at work.
So Sword Legion is just very simple, just power charge, do some stuff. The usual, right? Power charge, do some stuff.
Seems like what you did mostly for this run.
Seems like a common theme, yeah. Maybe because it is pretty good.
There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, for this guy, just
So be good sport.
Latios kills pretty quickly. There we go. Now we're on to like, yeah, there are 2 more fights in this entire run. Isn't that insane? Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
It is.
It is.
So yeah. Now this guy, this section's like almost an auto-scroller, but you can speed it up slightly. No, it is the definition of an auto-scroller. It auto-scrolls. Here for the first part, we're gonna do some delay syncs. I didn't do that, alright. Then after we're doing that, we just jump off. Because this progresses you to the next checkpoint instead of the previous one. They're just gonna keep doing delay sync. I don't know if I can do more than 1 delay sync, but do 1 delay sync, jump off. That's a good strat. Did I do that too early? I did. Oops. That happens sometimes if you're very high IQ. So yeah, don't do it too early. Found that out right now.
And
Some like
Can we learn something new?
you learn something new every run. Okay, here you just jump off 1 last time, or just get punched off. It also works.
I mean, you also got punched twice by like a big giant metal fist earlier, so...
Oh wait, I think I messed up one of the ones as well, because this is still not it. Yeah, so alright, die once more. Just make sure to not jump off too early. And then, there we go. Now, this is the part where I'm supposed to do it normally. This is the game, what like the game wants you to do is that it wants you to go to different platforms and just like say, yo man.
Yeah, that seems very much like an auto-scroller.
Yeah, this is the definition of an auto-scroller. Yeah. I just realize sometimes how unfunny I actually am. And I find that funny. Does that make any sense? Probably not.
Oh, it does.
So here, do some sick, like, delay syncs. Can I do a delay sync? There we go. Just to build that limiter meter up again. Is it a limiter meter?
That's not what you said earlier.
What did I say earlier? Dude, my memory's insanely good. Either way, build that up. Alright, so this fight's pretty... We're gonna use a thing there. And here we're just gonna hit this a bit. So we get the sink right as that hits us, and that's not a heavy attack, so that's fine. It doesn't knock us back. Oh, we got walled. This is not the bad wall, but it is a wall, and we kind of don't want this. So we gotta clear this. This is time loss, but... It doesn't... It's like time loss that doesn't really matter. Okay, once again... Just using a sink there. I'm gonna use another sink, actually. Wow. I'm feeling juicy this time. And it's dead.
Nice.
That was faster than I thought it would be. So yeah, that's the almost last fight. And this is the final boss of the game. We're way behind. Or we're way ahead of this. Oh no. It's completely fine, I promise. I promise it is okay. So yeah, here, just do the things, you know, the usual stuff. Pop the fishy waters. At this point, it's pretty routine. So here, you just gotta hit this guy a lot. Boom, there we go. And when he does that, you can howl on him and stun him, and that's like useful, because wow, stun, right? There, you can use the mini-map or use the iris to tell where he is. And this is the the real one. But yeah, this boss is very much another one of those, it's completely random, so just improv it. I have a very nice name for it in my notes that I'm not allowed to say on stream. So here, the real one is always the one who shows on the map, so just try to shoot him down, which stuns him. And then all the other ones disappear. I said all the other ones disappear, thank you. Yeah, let's drink a sweet peach because I can. So now walls come up because he's stomped. I'm just gonna teleport to the edge. Alright. There we go, and that's the start of the final phase. The final phase is what we want the charge thing for, because... I mean, yeah, because it kills it pretty quickly, and otherwise the final phase does take a bit longer. So yeah, there's a cool thing we can do here where we put our Legion behind him. Like this. And then we just get zoomed with him. Okay. Oh no. Please go, please. So we want to howl there, stun him, knock him down. Fishy water, power charge. And then as soon as that comes out, we use the lead, or that thing, yeah.
Diffusion.
Diffusion. And this might not quite kill. Oh, I messed that up, but it's fine. Look at that damage. Look at how he's just dying. And then if he jumps up, you just do ranged attacks until he's finished. And now, that's all the hard parts of the game left. So, or done. So now we mash this to do the sinks as fast as possible. Do you want to mash it or like invalidate my run?
No. Go on.
Because then it would be a co-op run. That's cheating, right?
Is this then 2-player, 1 controller?
2P1C? So yeah, you just mash L2 here. Then he's gonna not quite die, but you get a cutscene and it's like, oh, nice, and that sort of stuff. So time is coming up shortly. You ready to hit that button? You want to hit it?
I want to hit it.
All right. So time comes up when I do the last dialogue option.
Well, I can still hold it back.
So it's like, oh, she sacrifices herself for you because existential crisis of being a clone and all that. So time.
Woo!
Woo. And then you get like a really nice cutscene here where you're just like, oh. We can watch, yeah, let's just watch this. We have time, right? Yeah, we have a lot of time. So let's just watch this and chill out a bit, you know? Dude, this is nice. Very anime. I enjoyed the hairstyle you picked as well. It was a really good option.
That felt the most anime to me, so...
Yeah. And that's the end of the game. I mean, there is an NG+, but that is basically the end of the game. Let's just skip the credits. Who wants to watch those? I don't. So yeah, I'm gonna do some showcasing, because we did go a bit underestimate, right? Like, tiny bit, 30 minutes?
33.
Yeah, that was a PB, by the way. That's both a no abilities PB
Yeah, come on.
and a PB with abilities. So yeah, I'm happy with that run. So yeah, if you have any like messages or donations while we're waiting, or while I'm setting things up, perfect time.
Certainly, I'd like to remind everybody that we are ESA Winter 2020 and we are raising money for Save the Children. There are 218 million children involved in child labour and 152 million who are engaged in harmful work. Save the Children works to combat and remedy child labour, slavery, forced and bonded work, child trafficking and illicit activities. All of your donations will be going towards the charity, and we have a couple of incentives coming up later, including Katana Zero's Psychotherapy Secret Boss run by Yisk. And we'll see if Yisk also goes 30 minutes underestimate on that.
I very much doubt that, considering the run is 30 minutes, but I could try. So yeah, one of the things I want to showcase is we have found a method to almost skip the last part, or the first part of File 6, which is the entire Kyle section where you have to watch a cutscene for a long time and walk around and generally do slow stuff. We have found a method to sort of maybe skip that, not really, but hopefully soon, Tia. So by going up here onto this train, and then going here, over this barrier, and that barrier. I guess I didn't know you could go straight down there, but basically, let me go up and show you. There's a barrier right here that's supposed to stop you from going this way, but you can still go through this way, right? So we go over that barrier, and now we're not technically out of bounds, but we're kind of out of bounds, where the game just, you're not supposed to be here yet, but you can still be here, and you can just do the stuff you can do. Shoot that down like you're supposed to, and then just keep going. Can open this door if you want, or not if you want to, but yeah, open this door. The only problem with this, right, is that this enemy over here, that where after you defeat this guy, the portal spawns, the astral plane, that guy doesn't spawn. So we can't progress in that part of the story. But we can keep going. So we can go up here, go up the ladder, do the normal stuff. Here you're supposed to be thrown by some aberrations, but if we just keep going, we can see the entire the entire map where we did go through when everything was breaking. We can see that before it happens, because for some reason it's all loaded in, and it's all like as it's supposed to be. The only thing that isn't loaded in is the enemies, and that's the problem, because the enemies are, I mean, yeah, the enemies are what usually trigger the next story flag to pop up. Then the usual route here that we're supposed to take this route and like go here. That's blocked off. I don't know why it is. You can go through it with that apparently, but yeah, it's kind of blocked off. So we have to go around here instead. Or we just, let me think like 2 seconds. I have forgotten what to do. No, but we go over here. We can go down here. This is a path you're not, I don't think you ever see this in the game itself. Maybe you can go here, but you're not. You never actually do. Now you're down here. So then once we get to this, let's see. So this, you remember the apartment, the building, that sort of stuff here. That doesn't exist. It's gone. You can put your Legion out here. You can see, wow, there's really nothing. I don't know if you can chain jump to this. Maybe you go right through. You go right through, and then there's an invisible barrier that you can walk around on. Just chill out a bit. So now we're properly out of bounds. This is the true out of bounds, and there's just, I don't even know where we're walking. We're under the death plane right now because there isn't one over there. The death plane's like right above us a bit, so we can just walk around, chill out, and then you can. I want to see if I can jump off. Am I stuck here? Did I soft lock? I mean, yeah, this is also kind of a soft lock if you do it in a certain way. Can I get out? No. Well, I'm soft locked. I knew this could have happened. I just didn't expect it to. But yeah, so now you're soft locked here and you're like, whoa, what can I do? Well, not a whole lot apparently. So now we have to reload the file, so we can just, let's just go back to title. So even if we reload the file here and you think like, oh, maybe we hit a checkpoint that's like further into the game or something, that would be really useful and would save a lot of time and would make the run more fun because then you wouldn't have to wait for 3 minutes. Yeah, kind of not. It's not how we do things here.
Not yet.
Not yet, at least. If anyone watching right now wants to lab this out, please do. I would be forever grateful, and I think all the other runners would also be. Yeah, now we're back here. And there's also a way to get into the hideout, like Cal's hideout. Wow, I just fell down there, really. What? Yeah, there's also a way to get in the hideout. I don't remember how to do that, but there is a way to do it. And it's slower. I don't even know if it just gets you into the fight. I think it just gets you into the hideout and then you're soft locked. Because once again, the story flags aren't there yet. So you can't actually go there. Which is a bit unfortunate, but that's what happens when you try to skip everything. Because there are some skips that kind of work. And then there are some skips that absolutely just don't work at all. And that skip is one of them. But if it does work in the future, TM, please post it somewhere and like show us. Then there's also another skip or another maybe skip that could exist, but it doesn't because story flags once again. It's cleanup skip. You remember how I like cleanup? You remember how it's like my favorite section of the entire game?
Yeah, you were very vocal about it.
I am very vocal about it because it is just such perfect game design. Yeah, there is a skip for it. You can skip cleanup. There's just not a story flag there. So, I mean, how do you think you'd skip it? Do you think, like, how would you skip cleanup if you were a speedrunner like me?
Maybe I would try to glitch through the door at the end.
Yeah, that's a valid option. Any other valid options you think?
Maybe there's like a way around the wall that we see in front, so we can go like out of bounds and then around the wall.
That's basic. Yeah, that's basically it. So the way we do it, I haven't done this in a while, so it might take like 2 tries, but no, it's fine. So the way we want to do it is we want to go here, and then we're just gonna do 1, 2. That was not enough. We're gonna do 3 dashes. I just remembered. It's insane. My memory's just crazy sometimes. So yeah, we're gonna want to do 3 dashes. So on. Do we? Shit. I don't remember how many dashes we do. I swear I've done this like several times before, and it's very easy. There we go. So now we're on to this part, which is sort of like, we're now past that barrier that stops us from doing stuff. So now we just use the Beast Legion. You remember this? That gives us a lot of airtime. Now we're on the other side of the barrier. So the barrier is like right here-ish. I don't want to go through it accidentally, but it's right here. You can see, yeah, it's right there because you can't walk back. So now it's like, oh, we're past cleanup, right? Open the door. The door opens like normal. We go here. And there's no cutscene that plays. There's supposed to be a cutscene that plays here that gives you the proper story flags to set things up. That doesn't exist. There's a wall that's supposed to be here until we do a certain thing. That wall doesn't exist either. How curious. What if we go to the astral plane, the gate location? What if we go there? Does that show up?
No.
I think? You're gonna guess no?
Because it didn't show up in the other skip that you just showed.
It didn't show up in the other skip, you're right. But this one isn't triggered by an enemy, right? It's just triggered by going there. More specifically, it's triggered by that cutscene that we just walked past in that elevator trigger. So there's no gate here. And sadly, that's the death of the skip, kind of. If someone finds a way to manipulate story flags, we can skip both of these things, say like a ton of time, and then we wouldn't have to do this like really awful and boring part. But that's just the way it is sometimes, right? Also, fun fact, if you wait out the timer in here, nothing happens. Insanely fun fact, right? Dude, I'm killing it with these jokes. See, I'm trying to think of if there's like anything else to showcase. Anything else cool?
How's it going on your end? I might be a while.
Not
It's a little
really.
bigger in here than I thought. Sorry, but you'll have to handle it on your
Yeah,
own.
sorry, you'll have to handle it on
I'll
your
call
own
when
here.
I'm out.
I'm really sorry for scheduling. I feel bad for scheduling for tech. Yeah, for going this far underestimate. So I want to thank those guys for accepting this and letting me run this in the first place. I want to thank the audience that are sitting here at, what is it, 8 a.m. and the people that have been sitting here. Dude, thank you for watching my graveyard shift run. Thank you, Agama. I'm sorry, I forget your name. Yeah, thank you for couching this with me. It's been a great run, great 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, I've been Yisk. This has been Astral Chain 80%. Thank you for watching.